Ladies and gentlemen, fasten your seatbelts and prepare for a thrill ride through the tempestuous world of celebrity drama with Vanderpump Rules Season 11 and the Raquel Leviss contract negotiation story at the epicenter. This reality show is set to reach dizzying heights with emotions at boiling point, stakes sky high, and a swirling maelstrom of drama. Now hold on tight, we're about to embark on a wild ride into the heart of the Vanderpump Rules universe, promising a journey as captivating as it is thrilling. Raquel Leviss, a central figure in the whirlwind of drama that pushed Vanderpump Rules into the stratosphere of reality TV, is reportedly sitting down at the negotiation table with Bravo. Yes, you heard it right, the reality star who has captivated viewers with her journey could once again grace our screens. However, let's not jump the gun and declare it a done deal. The buzz is that the discussions between Leviss and Bravo haven't been entirely smooth sailing. This is less of a walk in the park and more akin to navigating stormy seas, with some insiders suggesting complications in finalizing the agreement. At the young age of 28, Leviss is currently taking a step back to prioritize her mental health, undergoing treatment at a facility where she's been since filming the Season 10 reunion in March. This development comes on the heels of a tumultuous period for Leviss, following the revelation of her affair with co-star Sandoval, an event that stirred the pot on an already boiling show. According to our source, watching the reunion was excruciating. The way the other women just completely tore her apart and essentially wished her dead. It was just a lot to take. In light of Leviss's imminent departure from the treatment facility, the Bravo bigwigs have taken the bull by the horns, initiating conversations with her team about getting her back into the fold for the next season. It seems they are keen on securing her presence, sensing that the spice she brings to the show is just the recipe needed for continued success. Now let's talk brass tacks. According to the grapevine, salary negotiations are sitting at the top of the agenda. This is hardly surprising, as securing a fair and mutually beneficial agreement is usually the keystone in any successful contract negotiation. Word on the street is that Leviss's discharge from the treatment facility is on the horizon, facilitating the start of these crucial discussions. This process began just a few days ago, painting a promising picture for those hoping to see Leviss back in the Vanderpump Rules fray. As we shift our gaze towards the rest of the cast, reports suggest that the usual suspects, including the 40-year-old Sandoval and his ex-girlfriend Ariana Madix, are all geared up to return. As we hold our breath for official confirmation, one thing is clear: the stage is set for an intriguing and highly anticipated Season 11. In the constantly churning sea of reality television, Vanderpump Rules has carved out a niche of its own, with its captivating stories, complex characters, and unflinching spotlight on their lives. And within that realm, Raquel Leviss has proven herself to be a force to be reckoned with. As negotiations continue, fans and viewers alike are all waiting with bated breath, hoping to see this rising star back in action in the next season. And as we all know, in the world of Vanderpump Rules, anything is possible. Carrying on with our exploration of the ever-evolving Vanderpump Rules landscape, we shift gears to another key player, Lala Kent. Recent reports confirm that Lala is all set to step back into the whirlwind of reality television, as filming is due to commence this week. Lala recently expressed her mixed feelings during an Amazon livestream, confessing, "That's like giving me anxiety." She added, "They sent us what our schedule may look like, it's subject to change, and I'm just like, oh, we're really in it again." Moving on to another critical facet of this complex narrative, let's talk about the thunderbolt that hit Ariana Madix in March. While out supporting Sandoval at his cover band's gig in West Hollywood, Madix stumbled upon a curveball that would change the dynamics of her relationship and the show forever. A sexually explicit video of Leviss on Sandoval's phone would prove to be the last straw, leading her to call time on a relationship that spanned nearly a decade. The clandestine affair between Sandoval and Leviss ignited in July 2022, but it wasn't until March of the following year that the cat was let out of the bag. This revelation sent shockwaves through the Vanderpump Rules community and, no doubt, lit the fuse for an explosive Season 11. Following a public apology to Madix, Sandoval and Leviss continue to see each other. However, as the old adage goes, all that glitters is not gold. Just 2 months after their relationship came into the spotlight, the duo decided to part ways. An insider revealed Raquel dipped out, Sandoval is not the one for her. Meanwhile, life has begun a new chapter for Madix, who's found solace in the company of fitness trainer Daniel Y. The pair celebrated Madix's 38th birthday together at a club in Los Angeles last month, marking a new beginning and hinting at a possible shift in the dynamics in the upcoming season of Vanderpump Rules. But do you know what's holding Leviss back from taking a firm decision for once and all? Well, as we delve further into the labyrinth of Vanderpump Rules happenings, it appears that Raquel Leviss is not one to be taken lightly in negotiations. With the filming of Season 11 underway, Leviss has reportedly decided to play hardball with the Bravo execs when it comes to her contract and specifically her salary. One source tells us exclusively she wants to get as much money as she possibly can, so she's playing hardball. Quite fittingly, it seems that Leviss is not merely singing for her supper, she's conducting the entire orchestra. Interestingly, the consensus seems to be that despite the ongoing tug-of-war, a resolution is on the horizon. It's expected that Leviss and the network will reach a compromise by the time the cast embarks on their trip to Lake Tahoe next week. In other words, the stage is set, the players are ready, and it's only a matter of time before the curtain rises on Leviss's return to the show. Yet this return doesn't come without a price. Our source indicates, but for the right price, she will be there. It appears that Leviss has made it abundantly clear that she's no pushover and that she's willing to play her cards right to ensure she gets what she believes is a fair deal. Turning to our story, let's pivot slightly and look at the other side of the coin. The buzz around the former beauty queen's potential return to the hit Bravo show has been building for weeks, ever since reports emerged of her negotiation contract details with the network. The plot was stirred further when TMZ revealed last month that Leviss and Bravo were having complications in finalizing the deal. This follows the months-long affair with Sandoval, a development that only thickened the plot and raised the stakes for Leviss's return in Season 11. And as we dip our toes further into the Vanderpump Rules saga, the ambience at SCHWARTZ, the West Hollywood restaurant, transformed into a spectacle on a Tuesday night. The cameras were rolling, capturing every bit of the drama and emotion, with the notable exception of one key cast member we all know. In the spotlight was Tom Sandoval, caught in a moment of raw emotion. He'd been engaged in what seemed to be a lighthearted chat with jeweler Kyle Chen when the tides turned around 9 p.m. The video obtained by TMZ shows Sandoval caught in a torrent of tears, sitting alone at a table, arms crossed, wiping his eyes. What caused this outpouring remains a mystery. Was it the presence of his ex-girlfriend Ariana Madix, who'd been at the epicenter of a scandal, aptly dubbed Scandoval? Sandoval's affair with Leviss had publicly blindsided Madix, causing tremors in their near-decade-long relationship. Caught in the eye of the storm was Sheena Shea, a close friend of Madix, who was seen embroiled in a heated exchange with Sandoval, adding more fuel to the already flaming situation at SUR that evening. On the other hand, Madix, the woman at the heart of the scandal, presented a contrasting picture. With a demeanor as cool as a cucumber, she was spotted engaging in pleasant conversation with her fellow castmates over cocktails, seemingly unfazed by the whirlwind of events around her. With the cast, which includes Madix, Sandoval, Shea, Lala Kent, Tom Schwartz, Katie Maloney, and James Kennedy back on set, the drama intensifies. The emotional toll is evident, especially on Sandoval, who's borne the brunt of criticism and suffered multiple breakdowns since his dalliance was exposed. In the world of reality television, where the stakes are sky high and emotions run deep, Vanderpump Rules is warming up for its 11th season. This thrilling ride promises revelations, roller coasters, and raw moments. As we wrap up today's episode, here's your chance to stay ahead of the game. Join us on Celebrity Pop and never miss an update. Simply hit like, subscribe, and turn on those all-important notifications. Together, let's dive headfirst into the spicy sea of celebrity scandals. With that said, stay tuned, because this season is bound to serve up excitement in every episode. With betrayals, juicy revelations, and more twists than a pretzel, this tale of Tom's infidelity has all the ingredients of a deliciously irresistible celebrity soap opera. Well, it looks like there's trouble in paradise, and oh boy do we have a steaming cup for you today. We're talking about Tom Sandoval, the star of Vanderpump Rules, and his infidelity. Now, we all know that he cheated on Ariana Madix with Raquel Leviss, but according to Kristen Doty, there's more to the story. Kristen spilled the beans on Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen, claiming that she's heard of multiple things now coming out of the woodwork. Oh, sounds juicy. And when asked about other instances of Tom cheating on Ariana, she didn't hold back. Remember the Raquel Leviss scandal? Well, Kristen says that's just the tip of the iceberg. She revealed that since the news broke, she's heard of multiple things now coming out of the woodwork about Tom's infidelities. Now, don't expect any names, because Kristen doesn't know any of these women personally, but she did dish the dirt on one particular incident. She alleged that when Tom and his buddy Tom Schwartz were doing appearances together, a friend of a friend hooked up with him. Oh, the tangled webs we weave.
No one that I know personally, but like when he and Schwartz, specifically he and Schwartz doing...
The irony isn't lost on us that Kristen herself once dated Tom. the relationship hit the skids when Tom shared a smooch with Ariana Madix while he was still with Kristen. Well, in this particular situation, Tom wasn't the only reason for Tom and Kristen's breakup. The former SUR staffers dated from 2007 to 2014, and their explosive breakup was the result of the cheating scandal that launched the show, when Kristen slept with Tom's former BFF, Jax Taylor, in Season 2. To add more fuel to the fire, Tom admitted to making out with Ariana Madix during the tail end of his relationship with Kristen. It's like a tangled web of infidelity that never stops unraveling. You know what they say, once a cheater, always a cheater, and it's not just Kristen who's spilling the tea. We do know she used to date Tom herself, so she probably knows a thing or two about his cheating ways. But even his ex-girlfriend isn't the only one talking. Rumor has it that there are more women out there with stories to tell. So the man does have a bit of a track record when it comes to cheating. But it's not just about cheating, it's about the drama that comes with it. Despite the rocky start and now super ugly end, Tom and Ariana built a nearly decade-long relationship together, even going as far as buying a $2 million home in Los Angeles in 2019. But hold on to your hats, folks, because the roller coaster of Tom's infidelity drama is about to take another twist. Ladies and gentlemen, the Kristen Doty renaissance, or should we say redemption arc, is in full swing. Hot on the heels of the announcement that the ex-Vanderpump Rules star will compete on a new Freeview reality show called The GOAT, Kristen made a triumphant return to the Watch What Happens Live clubhouse. And what better way to mark her first appearance on Bravo since her controversial firing back in 2020 than by dishing some dirt on Tom Sandoval's infidelities. Kristen Doty seems to have a soft spot for Ariana Madix, stating that she didn't deserve to be cheated on. Even though Ariana played a part in Kristen and Tom's breakup, Kristen believes that Tom's months-long affair with Raquel Leviss is a whole different ballgame. In her words, Ariana didn't deserve it, not at all. During her recent appearance on Watch What Happens Live, Kristen made it clear that she and Ariana had put the rocky past behind them. When host Andy Cohen asked about fans who thought Ariana deserved to be cheated on for what she did to Kristen, the podcast host adamantly disagreed. "No," she replied. "I'm the one that gets to say this. Nobody else's opinion matters. It's not the same thing. She didn't deserve it." The two have even become friends in recent years, with Kristen appearing in the Season 10 finale to comfort Ariana after the Scandoval revelations. The He's Making You Crazy author also dished that she was completely shocked when she found out Tom slept with Raquel behind Ariana's back. But wait, there's more. Kristen suspected Tom of cheating years ago after a boys' trip to Miami. It looks like Tom might have a history of playing the field. Since news of Tom Sandoval and Raquel Leviss' explosive affair first broke, Watch What Happens Live has been hosting almost every Vanderpump Rules cast member, minus the love triangle, and even some old ones to give their piping hot takes on the scandal. Host Andy Cohen, like a heat-seeking missile, has fired off the same round of questions every time. When did you find out about the affair? Were you surprised? Did you see any red flags? Have you heard about Sandoval cheating before? And boy, did Kristen have a juicy response to that last question. "Since the Raquel news broke, I've heard of multiple things now coming out of the woodwork," she said, leaving her fellow guest, Annalay Ashford, utterly bewildered. Now, before we dive further into this juicy gossip, let's make sure you're always in the loop when it comes to the spiciest celebrity news. With Celebrity Pop, we guarantee you won't miss a beat, so don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications right now. Join the ride, and let's dish on the latest scandals together. When Cohen pressed for more details, Kristen revealed that she didn't know any of the women Tom allegedly cheated with personally. However, she did share this tantalizing tidbit. When he and Tom Schwartz specifically were doing appearances together, a friend of a friend hooked up with him. Talk about adding fuel to the fire. Kristen Doty's comeback to the Bravo spotlight is proving to be quite the sensation, as she fearlessly spills the tea on Tom's infidelities. With each new revelation, it seems the drama surrounding Tom Sandoval and his alleged cheating ways keeps getting more intense. One thing's for sure, this saga is far from over, and we can't wait to see what other bombshells Kristen might drop next. Kristen shared that she was at the Tom Sandoval and the Most Extras concert where Ariana discovered Tom and Raquel Leviss' affair. "I was there the night the phone fell out of the pocket," she said. "I was sitting next to Ariana."
Thursday morning, I'm getting all these texts. I'm going, no, you guys, I was with them last night.
Ariana disappeared, Kristen continued, and her phone and purse were sitting on the chair next to me. A lot of fans were around. I grabbed them but couldn't find her for 20 minutes. I wanted to leave, give it to a friend of hers, and didn't talk to her until Friday morning. Despite the anticipation for Kristen's appearance, the interview was somewhat lacking, as there was no acknowledgement of why she hadn't been on Bravo for the past 3 years. During the 2020 Black Lives Matter protests, Kristen and her former co-star Stassi Schroeder were fired for a racism scandal involving the framing of former cast member Faith Stowers, a black woman, for a crime. Now that Bravo seems willing to give Kristen a temporary platform again, they could have at least addressed the elephant in the room. Nonetheless, her guest appearance was another attempt to squeeze every last drop of drama from this never-ending saga. If there was any highlight from the evening, it was Kristen telling her arch-nemesis Lisa Vanderpump to suck a dick during one of the night's games. Some things never change. So buckle up and stay tuned, as the Scandoval saga shows no signs of slowing down anytime soon. Kristen Doute isn't the only one calling out Tom Sandoval's alleged infidelities. Jax Taylor, the former Vanderpump Rules star, is also spilling the tea on Tom's cheating ways. Last month, Jax told viewers of Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen that he believes Tom had other flings prior to Raquel Leviss. He even mentioned Miami Girl from Season 3, claiming that he was there and witnessed the infidelity firsthand. Spilling the tea, Jax added that there have been other times as well. Oh, Jax, you really know how to stir the pot. But it's not just Jax who's throwing shade at Tom. His wife, Brittany Cartwright, chimed in with her 2 cents that it doesn't matter if Tom cheated once or 10 times, he still did it. And according to Jax, Tom allegedly had been unfaithful within the last couple of years. Yikes, sounds like Tom has been quite the busy man. But here's the real kicker. Raquel is currently in a mental health facility. What's going on there, we wonder? Is this her way of avoiding drama, or was it actually necessary? We'll have to wait and see. And to top it all off, both Tom and Raquel were present at the Vanderpump Rules Season 10 reunion, which was taped on March 23rd and has yet to air. One can only imagine the fireworks that are in store for us when that episode finally hits our screens. Will more drama unfold? Well, we can't wait to find out.
Sheena, like Vegas, no one even knows that.
What? My feelings never mattered to you.
It was one kid. Other woman in a
Tom,
relationship.
you are not gonna say that. You.
Stop trying to like douche.
You make out as if this is fun. It hasn't been fun.
You want me to end your life under my wing?
Hey there, fellow gossip enthusiasts. Grab your popcorn because you're not going to believe what we're spilling today on Celebrity Pop. We're all about that shocking moment that's got everyone's jaws on the floor. Tom and Sheena sharing a kiss that sent shockwaves across the celeb world. Is this a new romance brewing or just a one-time thing? Stick around as we dive deep into this sizzling story. And hey, don't forget to smash that subscribe button to keep up with all the drama. Let's get this show on the road. Let's dive right into the juicy world of Vanderpump Rules. You know, the show that never fails to keep us on the edge of our seats? Well, they've just dropped a trailer for Season 11 and oh boy, it is a doozy. First up, Tom Schwartz, you know him, the guy who's always full of surprises, just revealed something that's got everyone's jaw dropping. Get this, he confessed to a secret kiss with Sheena Shea. Yeah, you heard that right. Tom, in a moment of unexpected honesty, spills the beans to Lala Kent, saying, "I've cheated. I was a make-out slut. I made out with Sheena like in Vegas and nobody knows that." Can you imagine Lala's reaction? She's just as shocked as we are. Her response is literally just, "What?" It's like something straight out of a movie. But wait, there's more. Katie Maloney, Tom's ex, steps into the picture. She's not holding back, telling Tom straight up, "My feelings never mattered to you." Ouch, that's gotta sting, right? This conversation is more than just a revelation. It's like opening a can of emotional worms. Tom tries to play it down, saying it was just one kiss, but we all know in Vanderpump Rules, nothing is ever just anything. Every action, every kiss has its own set of consequences. Now let's talk about the players in this drama. Sheena is always in the thick of things, and this time it's no different. And Tom, well, he's navigating through his post-divorce life, and this revelation is not going to make things any easier. Now, let us tell you, things are heating up. Another Tom has come into the scene, our legendary Tom Sandoval. Tom drops this bombshell, accusing Sheena of being the other woman in a past relationship. Yeah, we're talking about that scandal from over 10 years ago with Eddie Kibrian. Remember that? Sheena always said she had no idea Eddie was married, and she called it quits as soon as she found out. But when Tom brought this up, Sheena was having none of it. She came back at him with a fiery, "Tom, you're not gonna say that, F you." Talk about intense. Now, let's not forget about Tom Schwartz and Katie Maloney. These two seem to have stumbled into a love triangle that's as intriguing as it is unexpected. Both of them, get this, are seen smooching the same woman with fuchsia hair. and she's quite the character, saying she's got a crush on a divorced couple. Schwartz seems a bit out of his depth, admitting he's never been in a love triangle before. It's like we're watching a real-life soap opera unfold right before our eyes. And Katie, over lunch with friends, throws in this line, "May the best man win." It's like she's turning the whole situation into a playful competition. It's also unexpected and yet totally riveting. This whole scenario is just another reminder of how complex and, let's be honest, juicy celebrity relationships can be. Now let's switch gears and get right back into the thick of it with Vanderpump Rules Season 11. You know, there's something about this Scandoval saga that just keeps us coming back for more. It's like watching a drama unfold in real time, and honestly, who could look away? Now, Ariana Madix, bless her, she's right in the eye of the storm. She's come out and said something pretty interesting recently. Okay, so when you're scrolling through social media, you'll see Ariana talking about how viewers might just start feeling a bit sorry for Tom Sandoval, despite the whole mess he's gotten himself into. She's like, yeah, wouldn't be surprised if people start seeing things from his side. That's some real talk right there, isn't it? It's like she's preparing herself for a major shift in how we all see this drama. And let's talk about that teaser that dropped at BravoCon 2023. If you thought things couldn't get more intense, well, think again. Ariana is not holding back. She's throwing down some serious accusations at Sandoval. We're talking about her life, her home, and even her dog being in danger. That's heavy stuff. It's like everything's just exploded and we're left picking up the pieces, trying to make sense of it all. But the teaser wasn't just about Ariana and Sandoval's showdown. It's like the whole cast is being split down the middle. Loyalties are being tested, and it's not just a simple case of who's friends with who anymore. The scandal has really shaken things up. And with Raquel Leviss out of the picture for Season 11, well, that just adds another layer of mystery to the whole situation. You know, the drama here is as endless as the rounds of cocktails at SUR. We're peeling back the layers of the latest beach outing, or James Kennedy's foot dragging in the sand wasn't just for fun. It was a literal line in the sand dividing the group, setting the stage for a season of loyalties tested and friendships on the line. Now here's where things get interesting. Picture Sheena Shea and Lala Kent caught in the middle of this high-stakes game of friendship chess. They're trying to be loyal to Ariana Madix while not completely alienating themselves from Tom Sandoval and his buddy Tom Schwartz. It's like walking a tightrope over a pool of sharks, isn't it? But hey, while we're dissecting these complex dynamics, don't forget to keep up with all the sizzling updates. Hit that like and subscribe buttons for Celebrity Pop, and let's keep riding the wave of scandal together. Ah yes, the sage advice from Lisa Vanderpump adds a twist to the tale. She's like that friend who always knows what to say, nudging Shay and Kent to maybe, just maybe, cut Sandoval some slack. After all, the guy's been through the ringer, losing friends, business troubles, you name it. Katie Maloney, though, isn't having any of it. She's straight up warning Shay about the dangers of being chummy with Sandoval. It's like she's saying, choose your friends wisely or you're out of the club. I mean, high school much? And Lala Kent, she's throwing shade like it's sunny in California. Questioning the newfound reverence for Madix post-scandal, that's some bold tea spilling right there. It's a reminder that in the world of Vanderpump Rules, your status can flip faster than a switch. And as we gear up for the January 30th premiere, one thing's for sure. This season is not just another walk in the park. It's a labyrinth of friendships, power plays, and personal struggles, all under the unforgiving spotlight of fame. Here's a thought, though. With new romances blossoming for Katie and Schwartz, how are they navigating their fresh starts under the watchful eyes of the public? It's one thing to move on, but doing it in the spotlight, that's a whole different ballgame. Katie's new chapter with Satchel has everyone curious. What's his story? How's he fitting into her life that's always under a microscope? And Schwartz, with Joe on his arm, is definitely stirring up conversations. We've seen him in the trailer, but what's next? Are we going to see more of Joe in the upcoming episodes? The dynamics are changing, and it's fascinating to watch it unfold. Switching over to Sheena and Brock, they seem to be in a sweet spot, balancing parenthood and their relationship. But let's not forget that surprise kiss with Tom. It's like adding a plot twist to an already intriguing storyline. How's this going to impact her life with Brock and their family dynamic? Well, only time will tell. These twists and turns are what make following these stars so engaging. It's not just about the drama, it's about seeing how they handle life's curveballs, both in their personal lives and in the public eye. And you know what? We're here to dissect every move, every rumor, and every heartfelt moment.
Y'all know it's been 1 month since I had my last drink of alcohol.
Ladies and gentlemen, grab your popcorn and get cozy because we've got a juicy, hilarious, and downright scandalous scoop for you today. We're diving deep into the world of Tom Sandoval's band struggles, and trust us, it's a roller coaster ride you won't want to miss. Let's get ready to unveil the hilariously sizzling details of Tom Sandoval's tumultuous journey. Picture this: Tom Sandoval and the Most Extras gearing up for their big performance at the Space at Westbury Theater on Long Island. The stage was set, the lights were dimmed, and the anticipation was palpable. But when the curtains finally opened, the band was greeted by a sea of empty seats. Yep, that's right, he was singing his heart out to a bunch of vacant chairs. Talk about a ghost town. And what makes this even more embarrassing for Tom is that the theater had to send out an email just days before the concert offering a 2-for-1 ticket deal. But even with the discount, it seems like fans weren't rushing to see him in person. It's like that old saying goes, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it buy a Tom Sandoval concert ticket. Now, we all know that Tom's affair with co-star Raquel Leviss during his relationship with Ariana Madix didn't exactly win him any popularity contests. Well, looks like cheating doesn't pay in the world of rock and roll. Fans have been boycotting him left and right. And it's no surprise that his band's concert suffered as a result, and let's be real, when the theater is practically begging people to attend with a Bring a Friend on Us offer, you know things are getting desperate. But wait, there's more. In a bizarre and oddly amusing move, Tom Sandoval decided to make a fashion statement on the stage that night. He strutted out in a black blazer adorned with 2 glowing lightning bolts on his lapels. Talk about trying to grab some attention. It's unclear whether this flashy getup was a last-ditch effort to win back fans, or if Tom was just embracing his inner rock star. But one thing's for sure, it was an unforgettable sight to behold. Maybe he was hoping to use his lightning bolts to zap some fans into the theater. Unfortunately, it looks like his powers were no match for the allure of staying at home in sweatpants. Well, it seems like Tom Sandoval's love life is just as electrifying as his onstage look. If you thought the lightning bolt lapels were a coincidence, think again. It turns out that Tom's affair with co-star Raquel Leviss was even more scandalous than we thought. Leviss famously wore matching necklaces with the same electrifying motif during their secret affair, and now it looks like Tom may have been wearing yet another nod to their romance with a silver pendant. Talk about love sparks flying. This jaw-dropping affair, aptly dubbed Scandoval, sent shockwaves through the Bravoverse in March. Amidst the severe backlash, poor Raquel checked herself into a mental health facility for long-term treatment. Well, we're not gonna joke about mental health, but the drama caused by these two hopeless romantics caused nationwide trauma. Tom, on the other hand, thought a wellness getaway to Miraval, Arizona would help him escape the negative publicity. But alas, even that getaway didn't go as planned, with the resort's social media account outing his stay. Sandoval vented his frustration on Instagram stories, accusing the resort of feeding into the negativity that has engulfed his life. And while Tom was hiding out at the resort, his band's concert tickets were still struggling to sell. It seems like no one wants to be part of the spectacle that has engulfed his life. It's like the old saying goes, when it rains, it pours. And poor Tom just can't catch a break. But fear not, dear viewers, for there's a silver lining in this cloud of juicy gossip. Ariana Madix, Tom's ex, has been living it up in New York City with her new boo, personal trainer Daniel Y. The lovebirds were first spotted locking lips at Coachella last month and have since been seen enjoying a Yankee game and even talking smack about Leviss while out on a date in the Big Apple. Looks like Ariana's living her best life while Tom is stuck with his empty concert seats. Tom Sandoval's band struggles are just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the drama in his life. From secret affairs to mental health facilities and wellness resorts to ex-girlfriends moving on, it's safe to say that Tom's life is anything but ordinary. And Tom, in his quest to put on a show for the ages, didn't disappoint with his choice of songs or outfits. Despite the small crowd and discounted tickets, the Vanderpump Rules star pulled out all the stops during his performance. Singing a collection of cover songs, including a cheeky rendition of Fountains of Wayne's hit Stacy's Mom, tweaked to Schwartz's Mom in honor of his best friend Tom Schwartz, Sandoval made sure to keep things interesting and, dare we say, electrifying. The Scandoval drama continues to unfold on Bravo, but there's no shortage of off-screen action since news of Tom and Raquel's affair broke in March. In a heartfelt public apology, Raquel touched on her emotional struggles, stating that she is learning things about myself, such as my patterns of codependency and addiction to being and feeling loved. And although Tom claimed in a recent interview with Howie Mandel that he and Raquel are taking a break from their steamy relationship, one can't help but wonder if his glowing lapel display means she's still on his mind. Tom Sandoval's band may be struggling to sell tickets, but the reality star is making headlines for a different reason: his decision to quit drinking. It seems like Scandoval may have finally taken its toll on the Vanderpump Rules star. In a recent video obtained by TMZ, Sandoval revealed to his fans that he'd been sober for a month. As he sipped on a non-alcoholic beer, he explained that he was just taking a little break for a second. The audience erupted in cheers and applause, showing their support for the star's decision to become sober. He revealed this startling decision during a recent performance with his band, Tom Sandoval and the Most Extras, in Long Island. Armed with a Heineken Zero, Tom raised a toast to his newfound sobriety, garnering cheers and applause from the supportive crowd. Well, this is something to cheer him up, so let's forget for a second what horrible things he's done and appreciate him for quitting alcohol, but folks, just for a second, alright? That's it. Sandoval's decision to ditch the liquor comes in the wake of his scandalous infidelity, which left his longtime girlfriend, Ariana Madix, utterly blindsided. After stumbling upon an explicit video of former pageant queen Leviss on Sandoval's cell phone, Madix confronted the reality star about his betrayal. Both Leviss and Sandoval have since apologized, but their torrid romance continued even after the affair became public knowledge. Meanwhile, Madix has moved on with a personal trainer. As for Sandoval, he's been pouring his heart and soul into his music. And the steamy Scandoval saga continues to unravel on Season 10 of Vanderpump Rules, airing Wednesdays on Bravo. It seems like Tom Sandoval's band isn't the only thing struggling in his life. According to Kristen Doty, there have been multiple instances of him cheating on Ariana Madix. In a recent episode of Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen, Doty claims that she had heard of other instances of Tom cheating on Ariana since the news of his affair with Raquel Leviss broke out. Doty admitted that she didn't know any of the women personally, but alleged that one of them had hooked up with Sandoval while he and Tom SCHWARTZ were doing appearances together. It seems like Sandoval's charm was too much for some fans to resist. As if. It's not the first time Sandoval has been accused of infidelity. Doty, who used to date Sandoval herself, claimed that she thought he'd been cheating years ago after a boys' trip to Miami. Jax Taylor also chimed in, claiming that he believes Sandoval 100% had other flings prior to Leviss, referencing Miami Girl from Season 3. Now here's some deja vu. So Doty and Sandoval were once an item themselves, dating from 2007 to 2013. In a twist worthy of a telenovela, Sandoval kissed Madix during his relationship with Doty. Sandoval and Madix went on to date for nearly a decade, even purchasing a $2 million home together in Los Angeles in 2019. Doty, however, was quick to point out that Sandoval's months-long affair with Leviss was not the same thing, insisting that Madix didn't deserve the heartache. Taylor's wife, Brittany Cartwright, chimed in with some wisdom of her own. It doesn't matter if he did it 1 or 10 times, he did it. Taylor then doubled down on his claims, alleging that Sandoval had been unfaithful within the last couple of years. While Leviss is currently seeking treatment at a mental health facility, both she and Sandoval were present at the Vanderpump Rules Season 10 reunion, which was taped on March 23rd but has yet to air. With all of these shocking revelations, one thing's for sure, the upcoming reunion is bound to be an absolute must-watch. Ever dreamt of being right in the midst of a celebrity showdown where tensions run high and drama unfolds right before your eyes? Imagine the iconic Treasure Island Museum, a backdrop for an explosive Vanderpump Rules episode. Tom Sandoval, the spotlight, and some really unexpected drama. The air was thick with excitement when the Vanderpump Rules cast descended upon San Francisco's prestigious Treasure Island Museum for a filming session. With the illustrious Golden Gate City serving as the backdrop, you'd think the evening would be smooth sailing. But how quickly tides can turn in the world of celebrity encounters. The 40-year-old Sandoval, known recently for the infamous Scandoval incident that virtually took over the internet, stepped out in style that evening. Dressed to the nines in a sleek, elegant black tuxedo, he embodied the essence of the refined reality star he's grown to be. It's clear that Sandoval is no stranger to drama, having navigated the tumultuous waters of the entertainment world for years. But that Saturday night was poised to be one for the books. Just when you'd think the drama meter had reached its peak for the evening, the unexpected unfolded. An onlooker at the museum, not affiliated with the Vanderpump Rules cast in any capacity, seemingly decided to take matters into their own hands. He recklessly tossed a drink into the unsuspecting crowd, and if that wasn't enough to raise eyebrows, he then attempted a more audacious move, lifting a chair with intentions, presumably, of sending it airborne in the direction of Tom Sandoval. With the scene seemingly under control, the ambience took a sharp turn when this particular spectator decided to make a statement. A very wet one at that. With an audacious swing, he hurled a glass of wine in Sandoval's direction. For a moment, the room was a tableau of shock, The wine, which perhaps would have been better enjoyed sipping, had now taken on a pivotal role in the evening's proceedings. Reacting almost instantly, Tom, with a voice tinged with both surprise and assertion, echoed, "Hey, hey, hey." One could sense the weight of the situation as Tom tried to ground himself amidst the unfolding chaos. But the wine thrower, not content with just a splashy exit, had a bit more up his sequin sleeve. Onlookers watched in astonishment as this man with his boldly embroidered loafers, sans socks, took things a notch higher, or rather heavier. Brandishing a chair, he charged at Sandoval. The atmosphere palpably thickened. The initial reaction of many was that Tom had engaged with this unpredictable spectator. But an influencer, quick to capture every pulsating moment, later shed light on the incident. As it turned out, the rebellious museum-goer locked horns not with Tom, but with the security team on duty. Now let's delve deeper. After the glass-tossing fracas, Tom Sandoval, ever the seasoned pro in volatile situations, astutely directed the audacious individual straight to a waiting security guard. It's a move that might have looked like a choreographed dance, but it was all instinct, ensuring the situation didn't escalate further. Post-confrontation, Tom's typically cool demeanor was momentarily shaken. Even for the dying-for-a-baby actor, this was a curveball. It's hard not to acknowledge the tension, the rapid chewing of his gum, his jawline setting firmer than usual, revealing a side of Tom that isn't regularly on display. Now, thanks to the modern marvel that is TikTok, we have a first-hand account of this dramatic escapade. The Megan Plays, the eagle-eyed influencer who caught the unfolding drama with precision. She shared a clip of the entire fiasco, setting the digital world abuzz. In the video, the creator remarked, "Leia and I were at a party and the VPR cast was there. A random guy started a fight with security, I don't know about what. He grabbed our centerpiece, so I filmed it." As her recording reached its climax, she momentarily flipped the camera to give us her reaction. Clearly, the intensity of the altercation wasn't lost on her either. In a subsequent video, the Megan Plays extended an olive branch to Vanderpump Rules aficionados, addressing the swirling rumors. It turns out Tom was more of an accidental bystander rather than the intended target. The man in the jacket, whose motivations remain a mystery, was actually gunning for a security guard. Was it an inadvertent misfire, or was he ambitiously eyeing a cameo on the famed Bravo series, given the camera crews around? One can only speculate. Tom Sandoval, for his part, stepped in, although he wasn't initially involved in the fight. And as for our wine-wielding party crasher, well, post the incident, he was escorted promptly off the premises. His fate? Well, that remains one of the evening's unresolved cliffhangers. The San Francisco Police Department's Southern Station, the force that oversees the safety and order on Treasure Island, has now officially weighed in. Contrary to some swirling rumors, they've stated that no call to arms was made to the premises that fateful evening. So what does that mean for our rogue glass thrower? Well, according to a trusted update from Entertainment Tonight, it seems that our unruly guest wasn't greeted with handcuffs, but was rather just shown the exit. Now, as the camera lenses continue to capture the world of Vanderpump Rules, another storyline bubbles just beneath the surface. Enter Ariana, a core member of the cast, and her latest beau, Daniel Y. The pair made a splash when they arrived in San Francisco for filming. But here's the twist. With history and memories around every corner, Ariana's been quite the agile dancer, skillfully sidestepping any potential awkward encounters with Tom. Well, if you're keeping up with the Vanderpump Rules cast, you're in for an exhilarating roller coaster ride, and Season 11 promises not to disappoint. With the summer sun shining since June 28th, our favorite reality TV personalities have been hard at work, ensuring that they deliver the drama, intensity, and, let's admit it, the entertainment we've come to expect. And hey, it's no secret, wherever the Vanderpump Rules crew goes, the paparazzi isn't far behind. From regular haunts in LA to a scenic retreat in Lake Tahoe this past mid-July, the cameras have been capturing every candid moment. One might wonder, amid such serene lakeside beauty, what possibly could stir the pot? Well, it turns out quite a bit. And it's not all fun and games. The upcoming series will take a deep dive into some intense personal affairs that shook the foundation of certain relationships in the previous season. Central to this narrative is the aftermath of a revelation rather. Tom, who's been a pivotal member of the show, found himself amidst tumultuous waters with a cheating scandal concerning Raquel Leviss, a revelation that rattled the last season. Adding a layer of complexity to this entangled web is Ariana Madix, Tom's then-girlfriend. March was a month of reckoning as she stumbled upon text messages on Tom's cell phone. These weren't just any messages, these were exchanges between her former BFF and Tom, unraveling a 7-month-long affair. To say the discovery was a shock would be an understatement. Then the 28-year-old California native, no stranger to the spotlight, Miss Raquel, recently took to Instagram to address the elephant in the room. With a heavy heart and somber tone, her statement began, "I want to apologize for my actions and my choices, foremost to Ariana, and to my friends and the fans so invested in our relationships." She emphasized, "There is no excuse, I'm not a victim, and I must own my actions, and I deeply regret hurting Ariana." Well, word on the street, and confirmed by those close to the couple, is that Tom and Ariana are still living under the same roof despite parting ways in March. Yes, you heard that right. That sprawling $2.2 million Los Angeles mansion they bought together in 2019 is the very same place they continue to cohabitate. An insider, candidly sharing with Life and Style, remarked, even though they avoided each other, being under the same roof was like living in a nightmare. One could imagine the deafening silence echoing through the halls of a home that once resonated with love and laughter. Now, for those of you wondering about Raquel's future on the show, it seems the next season will miss her presence. Reports suggest she's hung up her Vanderpump shoes, at least for now. At the start of the new season's filming in June, Raquel took some time for herself, checking into a mental health rehab facility. Following the emotionally charged Season 10 reunion show taping, she sought solace and rehabilitation and only emerged in early July. Now, without giving too much away, let's just say that Season 11 is going to take us on a journey through the aftermath, the confrontations, the heartbreaks, and possibly redemption.
Amazing support that you've shown us, but we've also shown the LGBTQ community.
The problem?
I mean, it's a little quick for you, I get that, but also, like, you meet the right person when you're meant to, I think.
Lights, camera, drama. Welcome to another riveting episode full of Vanderpump Rules updates. In the spotlight today is Raquel Leviss, who appears to have bucked the trend, breaking cover in Arizona and giving the cast trip to Lake Tahoe a miss. This is her first appearance after checking out from a mental health facility. It's quite a dramatic shift, isn't it? But the world of reality television can often feel like a roller coaster. Paparazzi spotted Leviss in Tucson, Arizona, where she was visiting her family this Tuesday. The 28-year-old was seen sporting a baseball cap that unassumingly read, "Be a good person." Accompanying this simple message was her outfit, the casual mix of an oversized white tee, a striped blouse, black shorts, and Nike sneakers. A picture of laid-back elegance, if you ask me. Meanwhile, the Vanderpump gang, including co-star Tom Sandoval, with whom Leviss had an internationally infamous affair earlier this year, hit the road without her. This first cast trip of the hit Bravo series' 11th season had Sandoval joined by an entourage that included Tom Schwartz, Sheena Shea, Lala Kent, James Kennedy, Ali Luber, and Brock Davies. What a turnout, isn't it? Now let's pull back the curtain on the behind-the-scenes drama. With production on the post-Sandoval season kicking off this month, Leviss appears to be at loggerheads with the network executives over the financial aspect of her contract. An insider spilled the beans to us last week, saying she wants to get as much money as she possibly can, so she's playing hardball. Well, isn't that quite the ace she's holding up her sleeve? A round of applause for Our Lady, who isn't shying away from driving a hard bargain. The inside source did note, however, that both parties were hopeful of striking a deal before the gang embarked on their Lake Tahoe trip. The source expressed, for the right price, she will be there, but did mention that Leviss was genuinely concerned for her well-being. You may recall that Leviss took a hiatus from the spotlight following an intensely scrutinized Season 10 reunion. After facing a barrage of criticism, the star took a 2-month sabbatical, a metaphorical stage left, if you will. The 3-part reunion culminated in a complete breakdown for Leviss, proving that reality television can sometimes be as stormy as it is scintillating. Things took a wild turn when the revelation of Leviss's affair with Schwartz and Sandy's bar owner Tom Sandoval hit the headlines in early March. This bombshell was dropped by none other than Leviss's former best friend forever, Ariana Madix, who discovered the scandalous secret. The subsequent fallout was captured by Bravo cameras in all its dramatic glory. With a swift end to their 9-year relationship, Madix and Sandoval's romance bit the dust, adding yet another twist to this intricate tale. Following this intense upheaval, Leviss found herself in the eye of the storm. Yet amidst this chaos, she apparently showed a willingness to confront her actions and face the consequences. The star issued a heartfelt public apology to Madix, her friends, and Vanderpump Rules fans, acknowledging her addiction to being and feeling loved and patterns of codependency. In her statement, Leviss admitted, "I have sought emotional validation through intimate connections that are not healthy without regard for my own well-being, sometimes negatively affecting others and often prioritizing the intimate connection over my friendships." she took a step towards self-reflection, expressing her commitment to change. In an effort to address her unhealthy behavioral cycle, Leviss has begun counseling. But well, the Vanderpump Rules drama never disappoints with its unexpected twists and turns now, does it? Let's shift our focus to a furry friend who's found his way back home to none other than James Kennedy. Yeah, you heard that right, folks. It's a tale of reunion between a man and his best friend. Breaking the news with an adorable snap on Instagram, the reality TV star shared a moment of joy kissing the nose of his former fur child, Graham Cracker. With a backdrop of a panoramic mountain view, Kennedy captioned the photo with, "Look who made his way back home, back into my life." Talk about a Kodak moment. The heartfelt slideshow continued with a second snap showing a heartwarming cuddle session between Kennedy and Graham aboard a boat, with his girlfriend Allie Luber joining in the happy moment. The touching post concluded with Kennedy pledging, "I'll take care of you forever and I love you." Quite the dramatic canine love story, wouldn't you agree? The story of Kennedy and Graham isn't a short one. It spans across the years and life changes. The 31-year-old star and his former fiancée Raquel Leviss adopted Graham back in 2018, 3 years before their engagement came to an end. Following their split, the adorable pooch spent some time living with Leviss's parents before returning to Leviss. In an interesting twist, Kennedy, while on Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen back in April, described Graham as being in his past and went on to explain, saying, "Beautiful times, but he's gone and that's just what it is." The tangled webs of love, pets, and reality TV drama, fans of Vanderpump Rules have certainly not held back in expressing their mixed feelings about this unique reunion. Fans, as we know, can be as colorful and varied as a kaleidoscope, and their reactions to Graham's reunion with Kennedy prove just that. Some enthusiasts have cheered Kennedy on, praising his revenge and hoping he gains full custody of the lovable pooch. You could say they're rooting for an underdog victory in this fur-flown drama. Every coin has two sides, and not all the fans share the same sentiment. Several Instagram users expressed their concern for Raquel Leviss, Kennedy's ex-fiancée, stating that she needs a pet's unconditional love, especially considering her recent mental health struggles post-rehab. The sympathy is a testament to the heartwarming power of pet companionship in difficult times. Moving from the doghouse to the love nest, let's catch up with Kennedy and his girlfriend, Allie Luber. These lovebirds currently reside in Burbank, California, and share their domestic bliss with not one, but two little cats. They started their journey together in January 2022 and have been going strong since then. But now we bring you the intense drama between Vanderpump Rules star Sheena Shea and her co-star Tom Sandoval. Let's just say their relationship is as on the rocks as some of the cocktails at SUR. The phrase, "all is forgiven," might have a nice ring to it, but apparently it doesn't resonate with Sheena Shea. The rumor mill has been spinning with speculation that Shea and Sandoval have buried the hatchet, but Shea, ever so outspoken, was quick to throw a spanner in those works. In response to a fan account questioning Sandoval's voice in a recent clip, she shot back, "Who said all is forgiven?" Talk about putting the record straight. It's clear that the air between the two is as chilly as winter in Lake Tahoe. Despite the lingering tension, all cast members, including the estranged duo, are currently together for a noble cause: to support the grandeur of Lisa Vanderpump's latest eatery, Wolf, in Lake Tahoe, California. It appears they've decided to bury the hatchet at least temporarily for the sake of maintaining a serene atmosphere for their beloved boss. A ceasefire has been declared, but the battlefield remains. Just like oil and water, some things simply don't mix, and our insider shares the same sentiment. Just because the cast is in the same vicinity doesn't mean that they're getting along, they said. There's a palpable tension underlying the seemingly peaceful facade. Despite Vanderpump's attempts to reincorporate Sandoval back into the group, success remains elusive. The main culprit? Well, Sandoval's continued lack of accountability. It appears that the forgive and forget policy hasn't made it onto the menu yet. This, according to our inside source, has led to Sandoval being an outcast. It's not just the cast feeling the heat. Fans have also raised their eyebrows at the seemingly cordial interactions with Sandoval. Many have taken to social media to express their concerns, with comments ranging from irritation at the possibility of a peace treaty to outright boycotts if all is indeed forgiven. Despite the bubbling unease, though, filming for Season 11 has commenced. Notable incidents include a heart-wrenching scene of Sandoval crying alone outside SUR, and a fiery exchange with Shea, adding more fuel to this already blazing drama. And just when you thought the Vanderpump Rules drama couldn't get any more heated, here we have a new development. Lala Kent comes charging into the fray, all guns blazing, taking no prisoners. Lala's no stranger to controversy, and this time she's got her crosshairs set on stupid haters criticizing a group photo featuring none other than the controversial figure Tom Sandoval. Thursday night witnessed Kent embark on an Instagram story rant. The Give Them Lala beauty founder, nestled in bed with Sheena Shea, served up a hefty slice of reality to the naysayers. In her typical no-nonsense style, she reminded everyone that they're still part of a show. "It still blows my mind that people don't realize we're still filming a show," she emphasized. She elaborated that the photo, which set the internet aflame, was merely a harmless birthday wish for a fan. The cast members, including Brock Davies, James Kennedy, Ali Luber, and Tom Schwartz, posed together with Sandoval in the mix. "It's called adulting," she asserted, calling out detractors for making a mountain out of a molehill. Not to be left behind, Shea chimed in with her take on the issue. Ever the professional, she explained the situation in simple terms. "We're in a group, we're all here, we hopped in a photo. You know what? I happened to be standing where I was standing." Despite the photo incident, Shea stood her ground about not forgiving Sandoval. When challenged by a social media user questioning her presence in the group photo, Shea hit back with a pithy response, saying, "So I shouldn't be here doing my job?" She then addressed the specific criticism of her posture in the photo, saying, "I take photos with strangers on the daily and have my arm bent up behind people. End of story. Should I look miserable in a group fan photo that I got thrown into walking to our car?"
Knowing someone that you thought you were in love with recorded you, I wanted to know if you think that they feel that they went too far, the cast.
Did Raquel Leviss truly bid adieu to Vanderpump Rules? Word on the street is, well, you're about to find out. Let's dive into all the drama from Vanderpump Rules. From secret relationships to big reveals, we've got the scoop. If you've been keenly tracking the trails and tales of the Vanderpump Rules stars, then today's scoop will serve you just the right blend of drama, insight, and a splash of mystery. Raquel Leviss, whose journey we've avidly followed on the show, recently took a bold new step into the world of podcasting. Hours before her podcast interview aired, one that's already generating whispers of being controversial, a rendezvous of her co-stars was caught on camera. Now, was it sheer coincidence or deliberate timing? The jury's still out on that. A familiar scene set the backdrop: Sir, Lisa Vanderpump's renowned restaurant, brimming with life and lights. This wasn't just a regular evening, it was the filming for season 11. And you could almost feel the electricity in the air. However, one key face was noticeably absent from the crowd: Raquel's. Ariana Madix, always a radiant presence, graced the venue in a chic all-black ensemble. Accompanied by a male friend, she marked her attendance at the Maui Wildfire Relief Charity event. If you're expecting her to share frame time with a certain ex-boyfriend, prepare for a curveball. The duo seems to maintain their space, with no photographic evidence of them crossing paths. Now let's talk about Tom Sandoval. At 41, this cover band maestro knows how to keep the rumor mill churning. The paparazzi caught him sharing a table with T, and if that name rings a bell, it's because Sandoval and T were previously spotted exiting a posh lounge, setting tongues wagging. Sandoval has been quite vocal about the nature of the relationship, staunchly rooting it in the just friends territory. But as they say, there's no smoke without a fire. A source whispered to Page 6 about a definite connection brewing between the two. Whether it's a melodious collaboration or a deeper harmony, only time will tell. Adding to the roster of luminaries attending the West Hollywood event were notable personalities like Lala Kent, Tom Schwartz, Sheena Shea, and Katie Maloney. The ambience was undoubtedly infused with some signature-style choices. Both Kent, showcasing the glam at 32, and Maloney at 36, opted for the timeless elegance of black dresses. Shea, on the other hand, brought a splash of color with a pink ensemble. Schwartz, at 40 and always one to bring his unique style to the forefront, showcased a casual vibe, pairing a tee with a baseball cap, the latter artfully hiding his recently platinum-transformed hair. This gathering was no ordinary one. These Bravo celebrities have been hard at work filming the 11th season of the reality series since June, traversing from Lake Tahoe to West Hollywood. However, one significant absence was Raquel Leviss. Page 6 added another layer of depth to this narrative, revealing that Leviss, the former pageant queen, now 28, has been in a tight negotiation with the network, purportedly aiming to secure a sum befitting her contributions. This was further underscored by Bethany Frankel in an Entertainment Tonight interview. She was quite candid in her advice to Leviss, emphasizing the need for proper contractual terms that recognize the challenges and mental toll that Leviss faced. But the most eye-opening moment came with the release of the Just Be with Bethany Frankel podcast episode. Leviss pulled no punches, addressing Bravo directly. She candidly spoke about feeling that the network profited while she remained uncompensated, using the term exploited to describe her feelings. Leviss further expressed the challenge of navigating the world where her on-camera missteps remain immortalized for posterity. Yet the episode dropped a few more shockwaves. Leviss shared claims about Sandoval, alleging the recording of an intimate FaceTime conversation without her consent, and commented on Maddox's behavior during their reunion in March, branding it uncalled for. The echoes from Raquel Leviss's explosive interview with Bethany Frankel continue to reverberate throughout the Vanderpump Rules community. The latest to join the chorus, Katie Maloney. Katie, known for her direct approach and less for her subtlety, seems to have something on her mind. Taking to her Instagram story, she hinted at her feelings about the latest revelations shared by Leviss in the Just Be podcast. Maloney, while enjoying a seemingly relaxed facial routine with a stone roller, dropped a hint using a trending song lyric, questioning the veracity of someone's statements. She quipped, referencing the catchy "Why the fuck you lying" soundbite, and then playfully captioned her clip with "Can't figure out why," leaving little to the imagination about what might have triggered this sentiment. It's worth noting that the timeline here is quite intriguing. Maloney's post emerged just a few hours after the release of Frankel's latest podcast episode, which had Leviss opening up about a myriad of topics, not the least of which was her affair with Tom Sandoval. To provide context, Leviss detailed an instance from New York City while she was there for the press duties for season 10 of The Bravo show. The incident in question involved a rather intimate FaceTime interaction with Sandoval. Leviss, who was 28 at the time, expressed her assumption of privacy during the call. However, she candidly shared that the TomTom co-owner allegedly took a video of her without her consent in a rather compromising situation, a revelation that certainly raised eyebrows. Leviss's recent revelations in her candid interview with Bethany Frankel have certainly given fans much to ponder. She divulged that the now infamous intimate FaceTime with Tom Sandoval, an act she believed was private, was anything but. It was a shattering moment when Ariana Maddox, Sandoval's partner, sent her the very recordings, proclaiming, "You're dead to me." This was Leviss's haunting introduction to the fact that she had been unwittingly recorded. Continuing her candidness, Leviss shed light on her reasons for seeking treatment in a mental health facility. There, she grappled with the recurring theme of her relationships with the men who were, more often than not, unavailable. She expressed, "Why do I keep finding myself in unhealthy relationships?" It's here that we pause to say, for all those who love a deep dive into the labyrinth of celebrity news, remember to stay plugged in. Dive into Celebrity Pop's latest updates, tap that subscribe button, and never miss a beat. The heartbreak shadowing the termination of her engagement with James Kennedy in 2021 played a pivotal role in her decision-making, including her affair with Sandoval. Leviss revealed how she tried to drown her anxiety and pain in alcohol during the filming sessions. Adding another layer to her narrative, Leviss directed her ire towards Bravo, accusing them of capitalizing on her misfortune. The Scandoval affair, as it's been coined, seemed to be a moneymaker for the network, but Leviss lamented not seeing a single penny from the scandal. Her frustration was palpable when she noted the perceived exploitation and the lasting impact of her on-screen mistakes. With the 11th season of Vanderpump Rules currently in production, Leviss is conspicuously absent. Sources whisper about her ongoing negotiations with Bravo concerning her contract's monetary terms. All of this, paired with Bravo's silence in response to the request for comment, leaves one with a plethora of burning questions. But it's no longer a speculation. It's official. Rachel, or Raquel Leviss, is saying goodbye to the glitz, glam, and drama of Vanderpump Rules. Season 11, which is already in production, will no longer feature the former Bravo celebrity, Page 6 confirms. A close source revealed to Entertainment Tonight that while there was a hint she might grace the show for the new season, Leviss ultimately opted out. The real reason for her departure? It seems Leviss is earnestly prioritizing, again, her mental well-being. After an intense season 10 reunion that left fans and participants reeling, Leviss took a 3-month hiatus at a mental health facility in Arizona. Clearly, the fallout from the much-talked-about Scandoval played a pivotal role. Being on the show meant reopening old wounds, and she wasn't about to compromise the progress she'd made on her mental health journey. Life after the spotlight, though, looks promising for the 28-year-old former beauty pageant queen, who sources suggest is eager about what's ahead. However, neither Leviss nor Bravo's representatives were available for immediate comment. The Leviss-Sandoval affair was indeed a major plot twist. Revealed in March, the scandal rocked the foundations of Vanderpump Rules. The season's production had just wrapped up, but with such a bombshell, cameras promptly resumed to capture the resulting chaos. The aftermath was tumultuous, with the reunion episodes bearing witness to some intense confrontations. It's no surprise Leviss felt the need for a therapeutic intervention soon after. Her stay at the treatment center culminated in July, but not without a hefty $200,000 bill. The subsequent events feature Leviss supposedly negotiating a deal with Bravo, possibly to defray her treatment costs. Photographs of Leviss, clad in a baseball cap wearing the phrase "be a good person," emerged during this period. This, combined with other snaps of her away from the show's cast, made her non-involvement in season 11 more evident. The rumor mills are also buzzing with Leviss's potential alliance with Bethany Frankel, a Real Housewives of New York City alum, in a legal tussle against NBC Universal. Frankel's allegations against the network are severe, suggesting that they created harmful environments for talent, from excessive alcohol to denied medical support. She even broached topics like non-consensual content distribution. But in a twist, Lisa Vanderpump, a central figure and the executive producer of Pump Rules, refuted Leviss's monetary claim, stating that Leviss pocketed a cool $361,000 for season 10. But the world of reality TV seldom sleeps, and with the dramatic exit of Leviss, we're on the edge of our seats, wondering what the future holds for her in Vanderpump Rules.
You slept with someone's husband or boyfriend. It's happened. You work in a bar on a reality television show, the most toxic environment in history.
Heads up, Vanderpump enthusiasts. Are the rumors about Raquel's absence from season 11 true? We're diving deep to uncover the truth behind the VO buzz. The ever-popular series Vanderpump Rules is gearing up for its 11th season, and there's been some chatter regarding the cast lineup. One name in particular has been at the forefront of discussions. As it stands, the filming for season 11 of Vanderpump Rules is well underway. Halfway through, there's a significant absence that's impossible to overlook. Raquel Leviss has not yet graced the set. For fans who follow the series religiously, you'll recognize that her non-appearance might be more than just an oversight. Particularly, there's a lingering buzz about the strains in her relationship with Ariana Madix and allegations of an affair with Tom Sandoval. A significant development that warrants attention is Raquel's decision to check into a mental health facility, a journey she embarked on shortly after their union. She dedicated 2 months to her well-being and mental health, only recently stepping out of the facility. Adding to the mix, after her stint in that mental health facility, there were rumblings about Raquel being in talks with Bravo. Yet, here we are, with TMZ once again offering us a piece of the puzzle. They suggest that the Vanderpump Rules cast members are, let's say, quite assured in their belief that Raquel is not set to return for this season. Their conviction seems anchored in the practicalities of production. Filming commenced in late June, and the clock is ticking, yet Raquel hasn't been sighted on set. And if you're entertaining the idea that maybe she's involved in some solo shoots, let's dispel that notion swiftly. It doesn't appear to be the case. Such absence, especially this far into the filming schedule, raises questions about Raquel's involvement in the current season. Integrating a cast member after significant portions of the season have been filmed can present logistical and narrative challenges. It remains unclear why Raquel hasn't been involved in the early stages of filming. Whether it's a personal decision, a strategic choice by the producers, or something else entirely is yet to be confirmed. As with any long-standing series, changes in cast dynamics are not uncommon, but they always pique the interest of dedicated viewers. Building on what's been previously stated, there's another layer to the narrative surrounding Raquel Leviss and her involvement with Vanderpump Rules. Let's delve a little deeper into the circumstances and relationships that might influence her decision to return or not. Since that emotional reunion episode in late March, communication between Raquel and the rest of the cast has been noticeably limited. A notable exception to this trend is Tom Sandoval. It seems that Tom has remained in contact with Raquel, which brings a different dimension to their dynamics, especially considering the intricate relationships among the cast. With the Vanderpump Rules stars voicing their perspectives, some anticipate that Raquel might make a late appearance in the season, primarily to share her perspective on her relationship with Sandoval and perhaps shed light on other matters. However, it's essential to tread cautiously with expectations. TMZ sources have indicated that there's a prevailing sentiment among several cast members. They're inclined to believe that professionals, possibly therapists, have advised Raquel to distance herself from the potential drama and pressures associated with the show. Incorporating Raquel into the ongoing season 11 storylines, given her limited interaction with the broader cast, could be seen as not just a challenge, but a near conundrum. Amidst these developments, there's an intriguing business side to the equation. Discussions about contract negotiations between Raquel, the Vanderpump Rules show, and Bravo have emerged. Let's switch gears for a moment and talk about finances. Page 6 brought to light some information in mid-July that could provide a different angle on Raquel's absence. A source divulged that Raquel's decision to rejoin might be tied to her financial expectations. To put it plainly, Raquel is reportedly seeking a heftier paycheck. The source was quoted saying she wants to get as much money as she possibly can, so she's playing hardball. This adds another layer to the narrative, making us wonder if negotiations are part of the reason for the radio silence. Furthermore, the same source hinted that if the price were right, Raquel might have made a surprise appearance during the cast trip to Lake Tahoe. Alas, that tantalizing prospect did not come to fruition. What we're seeing is a complex weave of interpersonal dynamics, potential financial negotiations, and the practicalities of production. As we bridge the gap between speculation and confirmation, only the unfolding of Vanderpump Rules Season 11 in 2024 will reveal the intricacies of the situation. Central to these dramatic events was the revelation concerning Raquel Leviss. The disclosure of her affair with Tom Sandoval was nothing short of explosive. The aftermath of this information, coupled with the intensity of the reunion episode, evidently took a toll on Raquel. To add another layer to the narrative, Just Jared highlighted a noteworthy tidbit. Raquel sought counsel from none other than Bethany Frankel concerning her negotiations. Given Frankel's extensive experience in the entertainment industry, this consultation could very well have provided Raquel with some strategic insights. Bethany Frankel, the skinny girl mogul, renowned for her astute business acumen and vast reality television experience, recently weighed in on Raquel Leviss's predicament. Her perspective, as she shared with Entertainment Tonight, gave fans and industry watchers a lot to ponder. Frankel's words underscored the importance of understanding and recognizing the taxing atmosphere that is reality television, especially for a show like Vanderpump Rules. Drawing attention to Raquel's past actions, she remarked, "She had an affair. She's not the first person in the world that's had an affair." She went on to emphasize that while missteps do happen, especially in high-pressure environments like bars coupled with reality TV, it's imperative not to continuously chastise someone for their past actions. Bethany went on to provide a more holistic view, acknowledging the intense scrutiny and pressures that come with such platforms. Referring to Raquel's circumstances, Frankel stated, "You work in a bar on a reality television show, the most toxic environment in history." It was a candid acknowledgement of the challenges that reality TV stars often face. Driving home her point, Frankel advised Raquel to be mindful of her well-being when contemplating a return to such a demanding milieu. Furthermore, in terms of negotiations, she suggested that Raquel should advocate for a contract that truly reflects the tribulations she endured. When Frankel was posed with the significant question about whether someone struggling with their mental health should venture into reality TV, her answer was a resounding absolutely not. It's a statement that immediately grabs one's attention, providing a moment of reflection on the essence of these shows. Frankel elaborated, referring to the addictive qualities of reality TV as the drug of the game. And it's not just about the game, as she dove deeper into what keeps many participants coming back season after season. It's the drug of relevance, the drug of money, and that ever-enticing allure of wanting to correct one's public image. Frankel insightfully highlighted the cyclical nature of reality TV, where participants often feel the urge to redeem their reputation, especially after a season portraying them in an unfavorable light. She mentioned how participants may feel they can't end on this note, leading them to dive right back in, hoping the next season might offer redemption. All in all, Bethany Frankel's insights underscore the complex and often challenging world of reality television. While the allure of fame, money, and relevance is strong, it's essential to weigh these against the potential mental and emotional tolls the industry might exact. In a world that thrives on drama and ratings, the well-being of participants should remain paramount. As we wrap up today's insights on the challenging world of reality TV, remember that every story has layers yet to be unveiled.
I wonder if you would consider going back again for another season, or if you've had your fill.
Told me that
August?
Yeah.
Oh,
What?
no.
That's
Did
when
you
you
guys
told
not
me.
put your timelines together to match?
Ladies and gentlemen, start your engines because the drama train of Vanderpump Rules is back on track. But before we get carried away in the Sandoval saga, why not hit that subscribe button and light up those notifications? That way you won't miss a single juicy detail. Now let's dive back in. Our beloved bartender Tom Sandoval has triumphantly returned to the gilded halls of Vanderpump Rules for its much-anticipated Season 11. This comeback follows his participation in the gripping reality competition show Special Forces. Truly, it's an exhilarating switch of gears akin to shifting from mixing cocktails at SUR to stirring up drama in the military. Buckle up because we're in for a wild ride. Let's take a step back to put things into perspective. If we cast our minds back to the whirlwind that was Vanderpump Rules Season 10, we may recall the salacious scandal that engulfed Sandoval as the news broke that he cheated on his long-term partner, Ariana Madix, with none other than fellow Vanderpump star Raquel Leviss. This revelation, the hot potato of reality television, kept viewers at the edge of their seats and served as a nail in the coffin for Sandoval and Ariana's relationship. Post-scandal, our dearest Raquel sought solace in a mental health treatment facility, a sanctuary for personal healing amidst the storm. Meanwhile, the ever-resilient Ariana, choosing to part ways with her past, forged ahead with her life, moving forward with grace and determination. During that time, our prodigal son, Sandoval, was conspicuously absent from the opening acts of Vanderpump Rules Season 11. In a twist that could rival the plot of a gripping reality TV episode, Tom Sandoval, the infamous villain from Vanderpump Rules Season 10, isn't making an immediate return to the Vanderpump Rules set just yet. Ladies and gentlemen, it's akin to a dramatic pause in a symphony, the silence before the storm, if you will. And this is where things get exciting. Sandoval will indeed grace Season 11 of Vanderpump Rules with his presence, but not without keeping us all on our toes first. The reason behind this suspenseful delay is none other than his current commitment to another reality show, Fox's Special Forces, the world's toughest test. Special Forces is not your typical celebrity bake-off, folks. It's a rigorous competition that catapults celebrities into their unique rendition of military training. It's the television equivalent of being thrown into a deep end, but with a pair of combat boots instead of pool floaties. As our beloved bartender traded in his shaker for a combat helmet, Vanderpump Rules Season 11 opened without him. Here's a fun fact. This military training series premiered in spring 2023 and featured a star-studded lineup that included Kate Gosselin, Hannah Brown, Jamie Lynn Spears, Anthony Scaramucci, and Dwight Howard. However, as they say, the show must go on. Sandoval is back from his military adventures, and according to TMZ, he's currently filming for Vanderpump Rules Season 11 on home soil. When asked about what fans can expect from the upcoming episodes, Sandoval provided a cryptic teaser, saying it's going to be interesting no matter what. It always is. Oh, the suspense. That's like being given a wrapped gift, but being told not to peek until the grand unveiling. In terms of Sandoval's relationship with Raquel post-scandal, the reality star remains tight-lipped, stating, "I can't comment on that." It's as if he's turned over a new leaf, one marked with a stamp of confidentiality. We're yet to determine whether there's been any communication between the two since the scandal rocked Vanderpump Rules' ship. But it's not all hush-hush in Sandoval's life. He's been spotted having a good time with Tom Schwartz, a fellow Vanderpump alumnus, and it seems like the air between them is as clear as a Malibu sunrise. Could this be a hint of the drama-free camaraderie we can look forward to in Season 11? Only time will tell. Now let's zoom in on the dynamics between our two Toms, Sandoval and Schwartz. Like seasoned thespians on a stage, these two were spotted recently engaging in what seemed like an intense tete-a-tete at their joint venture, Tom Tom. The ever-watchful Queens of Bravo served up this dish with a photo caption that teased, "Boots on the ground for Tom v. Tom fighting about their bar." A blink and you miss it, 6-second video of their conversation was also shared, sparking a wildfire of speculation among fans. Remember how we left off with Sandoval claiming he and Schwartz were as thick as thieves after the tumultuous 10th season? Well, it appears the seas haven't been entirely smooth for our Vanderpump sailors. The video snippet suggested they were engrossed in a serious conversation, a far cry from their usual lighthearted banter. Alas, like waiting for a souffle to rise, we'll have to exercise patience until Vanderpump Rules Season 11 unfolds to fully comprehend the depths of this interaction. Meanwhile, the camera has started rolling on Vanderpump Rules Season 11, sans a couple of our familiar faces. Of course, Sandoval's hiatus due to his involvement in Special Forces is still there. However, his rapid return to the Bravo reality series suggests that the winds may not have blown in his favor on Fox's reality competition series. Perhaps instead of outmaneuvering obstacles, Sandoval found himself outmaneuvered. Another theory akin to a plot twist in a riveting novel posits that Sandoval's Special Forces journey commenced earlier than reported, allowing him an early exit and a timely return to Vanderpump Rules. On the other hand, one Vanderpump Rules star continues to be conspicuously absent from season 11 filming, Raquel Leviss. Still navigating her mental health journey, her return to Vanderpump Rules hangs in the balance like a suspenseful cliffhanger. Nonetheless, sources hint that there's a light at the end of the tunnel, with ongoing negotiations between Raquel and her team for a contractual return. The when and how of this comeback, however, remains shrouded in mystery, adding an extra layer of intrigue to the unfolding Vanderpump Rules saga. Amidst the buzz of Vanderpump Rules and Special Forces, let's take a quick detour. Keep your finger on the pulse of all things celebrity with Celebrity Pop. Don't miss a beat, smash that like button, subscribe, and light up your notifications. Come, join us on this exciting journey as we unravel the juicy celebrity scandals together. Now, back to the Vanderpump saga. In the midst of this plot, our central character, Sandoval, has been in hot water on Vanderpump Rules following his not-so-secret affair with co-star Raquel Leviss. It was a scandal that turned heads during the season 10 reunion when Sandoval and Leviss confessed that their feelings for each other hadn't been extinguished despite their public betrayal of Sandoval's long-term girlfriend, Ariana Madix. The fallout of this affair saw Sandoval retreat from public life except for touring the country with his band. A tale of deceit, unrequited feelings, and a betraying best friend undoubtedly spells a ratings bonanza. Small wonder then that production wanted to kickstart filming post-haste. Tom's cunning and the resulting aftermath were among the most talked about topics in pop culture for several months. It even propelled Vanderpump Rules to the highest rated series on cable in June. The big question now is whether Leviss or Madix will return for season 11 of Vanderpump Rules. While the cloud of uncertainty hangs over this question, a source confided that the cast is betting Leviss appears at some point. In the world of Vanderpump Rules, that's as good as a cliffhanger ending to an episode. Meanwhile, the whispers have it that Sandoval's former best friend, Tom Schwartz, has given a nod of confirmation about his participation in the forthcoming season. Fresh from his elimination from Fox's Stars on Mars, Schwartz shared that he's excited and grateful for the new season, but much like us, he isn't sure what to expect. Well, as the saying goes, expect the unexpected. Filming for Vanderpump Rules Season 11 has already begun as of Wednesday, however the full cast remains as elusive as a perfectly mixed cocktail at SUR. But isn't that just the charm of Vanderpump Rules? The mystery, the suspense, the drama. And oh, the drama continues. The world of Vanderpump Rules never ceases to surprise us, and its 11th season appears to be no exception. We've got an exciting update on Ariana Madix and Katie Maloney, who were recently spotted gearing up for some serious filming action for season 11 of the Bravo hit series. Ariana Madix, the radiant reality star, was seen returning to her Los Angeles home, which she once shared with her ex-boyfriend Tom Sandoval. Shortly after her arrival, her vivacious co-star Katie Maloney joined her, ready to embark on another eventful season of Vanderpump Rules. As they say, the show must go on, and it seems the series has a mind to continue that hot streak with Ariana, spotted thriving on set. Reliable sources reveal that the cast filmed for several hours, busily prepping their sandwich shop around WeHo. The rumor mill also churned out that James Kennedy and Tom Schwartz filmed late into the night with Vanderpump Rules stalwarts Lisa Vanderpump and Ken Todd. Yet the absence of Raquel Leviss on the contract list for the upcoming season has sparked a flurry of speculation. After becoming public enemy number 1, her hesitation is relatable if not expected. Dealing with the aftershocks of the scandal has undoubtedly put her under tremendous stress. Yet the audience, ever hungry for dramatic spectacle, is eager to see how she'd navigate the shark-infested waters while being on the outs with the group. Though her decision to return remains up in the air, there's no denying that her presence would add a potent shot of drama to the proceedings. As we continue to chronicle the captivating saga of Vanderpump Rules, the plot thickens, promising yet another roller coaster season of unforgettable moments.
Told me that
August?
Yeah.
Oh
What?
no.
That's
Did
when
you
you
guys
told
not
me.
put your timelines together to match?
Don't even look at me. You don't deserve to look at this.
Hold on to your seats, folks, because we're about to launch into a tale that's as juicy as a soap opera, but here's the kicker, it's all real. Welcome to the roller coaster world of Tom Sandoval, the reality star who's stirring up drama like a chef whips up a gourmet meal. This isn't your normal video, this is a front row ticket to a show that's spicier than a jalapeno and as shocking as a bolt of lightning. But before we plunge into this riveting tale of love, betrayal, and cheeky song lyrics, here's a little something for the celebrity gossip connoisseurs among you. Let's buckle up, hit the road, and dish on the latest scandals together. It's gonna be a journey you'll want to relive again and again. Tom Sandoval is seen throwing some major shade at his ex Raquel Leviss, and oh boy, it looks like Tom is not holding back in his latest performance with his band Tom Sandoval and the Most Extras. In a recent clip exclusively obtained, Tom could be seen making a cheeky reference to his months-long affair with Leviss. The wannabe rock star joked about being interested in BFF Tom Schwartz's mom and not Raquel while singing a cover of Stacy's Mom. Ouch, that must sting, Raquel. The scene is set in New York City, where Tom Sandoval and the Most Extras are about to rock the stage. Little did the audience know, they were in for a night full of surprises, laughter, and a cheeky nod to Sandoval's months-long affair with Raquel Leviss. As the band started playing the catchy tune of Stacy's Mom, Sandoval had the crowd in stitches with a hilarious lyric change that sent a crystal clear message. He sang, "Schwartzy's mom has got it going on, she's all I want and I waited for so long. Schwartzy, can't you see that Raquel is not for me?" causing the audience to erupt into cheers and laughter. The shock was palpable and you could almost see the tea spilling all over the place. However, not everyone was amused by Sandoval's shade-throwing antics. Some fans, who seemed to attend the show just to give him a piece of their mind, yelled "screw you" and chanted the name of his ex-girlfriend, Ariana Madix. It was a classic case of you can't please everyone, but it sure made the night even juicier. But wait, there's more. Amid the shade and humor, Sandoval was spotted wearing a black blazer adorned with 2 glowing lightning bolts on the lapels, a potential nod to his secret bond with Leviss. For those who need a refresher, Sandoval and Leviss wore matching necklaces featuring the same electrifying motif during their secret affair. Oh, the irony. Let's not forget that Sandoval had been cheating on Ariana Madix with Raquel Leviss for over 7 months, all while he was still dating Ariana, his girlfriend of almost a decade. The scandalous affair between the Vanderpump Rules co-stars was finally outed on March 3rd, leaving fans and fellow cast members absolutely shocked. Since then, Sandoval has had a hard time selling tickets for his cover band's concerts. But it's clear that he's not shying away from making light of the situation. From shady lyric changes to humorous jabs, this performance will go down in history as one of the juiciest, most entertaining nights for fans of Tom Sandoval, Raquel Leviss, and all the drama that surrounds them. Maybe he should stick to bartending at SUR and leave the rock star dreams behind. After all, it's not easy to make it big in the music industry, especially when you're busy throwing shade at your exes. Well, if you thought the drama was over, you're in for a wild ride. It seems our dear Tom Sandoval is not only throwing shade, but he's also tossing out 2-for-1 ticket deals for his concerts. Yep, you heard that right, folks. Even with a half-off deal at a recent Long Island gig, most of the venue was as empty as a desert. Talk about a tough crowd, or, well, no crowd. Maybe it's time for Tom to realize that he's not as much of a rock star as he thinks he is. If that empty concert wasn't bad enough, it looks like things aren't going well in his personal life either. Before hitting the road again for his latest tour, our rock star in the making decided to immerse himself in the tranquility of an Arizona nature getaway. Coincidentally, or perhaps not, Raquel Leviss was also in the same state, seeking mental health treatment. Now, before you jump to conclusions and expect a romantic sunset reunion, pump your brakes. Sandoval insists that the two haven't spoken a word to each other. It's almost as if they're playing a real-life version of hide-and-seek in the vast landscapes of Arizona. Something seems fishy here. But if you're a fan of Vanderpump Rules, you're in for a treat. The fallout from the scandalous affair was captured for the ongoing season of VPR, with tensions reportedly boiling over at the upcoming Season 10 reunion set to air the ongoing season. Rumor has it, tensions have boiled over like a pot left too long on the stove, and it's all set to explode in the upcoming Season 10 reunion. Now that's a reunion we all want a front row seat to. Can you imagine the drama that's about to unfold? It's like the Real Housewives, but on steroids. But hey, maybe all this drama will inspire Tom to write some new songs for his band. I can already hear the lyrics. My ex-girlfriend doesn't understand. I'm a rock star with a one-man band. Or how about, I'm sorry Raquel, but your love is not for me. I'll stick to dating my best friend's mommy. Okay, maybe not the best lyrics, but you get the point. It looks like Tom Sandoval's life is in shambles, both professionally and personally. But hey, at least we can all tune into VPR and watch the drama unfold. And who knows, maybe Tom will surprise us all and become a successful rock star one day. Or maybe he'll just stick to bartending at SUR. Only time will tell. But mark your calendars, because Vanderpump Rules airs Wednesdays at 9 p.m. ET on Bravo, and you wouldn't want to miss the fireworks, would you? Just remember, in the world of reality TV, it's never a dull day. And with characters like Tom Sandoval, the drama is as delicious as a well-marinated steak. And oh my, it seems like Tom Sandoval just can't catch a break. Even at the MTV Movie and TV Awards, Ariana Madix, his ex-girlfriend, gave a subtle nod to their tumultuous time while accepting the award for Best Reality On-Screen Team with her Vanderpump Rules co-stars Katie Maloney and Sheena Shea. The spotlight is on Ariana Madix, Sandoval's ex, who briefly mentions the aftermath of her ex-boyfriend's scandalous affair with Raquel Leviss while accepting the Best Reality On-Screen Team Award with her Vanderpump Rules co-stars Katie Maloney and Sheena Shea. Madix, ever the graceful winner, acknowledged the tumultuous time in their lives during her acceptance speech, stating, "Obviously, it's a very tumultuous time in all of our lives, but we're truly at our best when we come together as a team, so thank you."
But we are truly at our best when we come together as a team, so thank you!
Madix's appreciative nod to the fans who voted for her, Maloney, Shea, and Lala Kent added an extra layer of sweetness to this otherwise bitter saga. It's like a pinch of sugar in a spicy dish, just enough to balance the flavors, but not enough to forget the heat. However, Kent did not join the trio in accepting the award, adding a dash of mystery to the mix. It's important to remember that this win came hot on the heels of Madix, who is 37, breaking up with 40-year-old Sandoval after discovering his clandestine affair with Leviss, who is 28. It's like finding a worm in your apple, isn't it? Madix was reportedly blindsided by the cheating, with sources saying she had no idea there were any cracks in her nearly 10-year relationship with Sandoval. To add insult to injury, Sandoval, always one to stir the pot, claimed that he broke up with Madix on Valentine's Day, 2 weeks before the scandal, now famously known as Scandoval, first hit the headlines in March. Now that's a Valentine's Day gift no one would want. In the world of Vanderpump Rules, it seems like no one is safe from drama or a plot twist that could give any telenovela a run for its money. So keep your eyes peeled, your ears to the ground, and your popcorn bowl full, because the next episode of this real-life soap opera is sure to keep you on the edge of your seat. But let's be real here. It's not like Tom is new to scandalous behavior. He'd been cheating on Ariana with Raquel Leviss for 7 months. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. It's no wonder that his recent concerts have been a flop. He's probably too busy trying to keep up with all his lies and cheating scandals. And speaking of cheating, it's no surprise that Ariana was blindsided by the whole ordeal. I mean, who wouldn't be? Tom's cheating was so secretive that he managed to hide it from her for months. But here's the kicker. Tom claimed that he actually broke up with Ariana on Valentine's Day, 2 weeks before the scandal broke out. Tom, you sly dog, trying to cover your tracks and shift the blame onto Ariana. But let's be real here. We all know the truth. You can't hide behind your black blazers with glowing lightning bolts forever. And even though Tom and Raquel were both in Arizona for mental health treatment, he insists that they haven't spoken. The drama doesn't stop there, as tensions are reportedly boiling over at the upcoming Season 10 reunion of Vanderpump Rules. Who knows what kind of juicy drama will unfold, but one thing's for sure. Tom Sandoval can't seem to stay out of trouble.
Have these issues and be keeping them from people, I just didn't think it was fair to the rest of the cast.
I think that you would be capable of doing that to me.
I would never do this if there wasn't something here.
Vanderpump voyeurs ready for another thrilling ride on the Tom and Raquel roller coaster? There's a rumor train leaving the station, and it's loaded with juicy updates. Are Tom and Raquel still dating? The saga continues. Now, if you've been keeping tabs on Vanderpump Rules' well-groomed Romeo, Tom Sandoval, and his once-upon-a-time Juliet, Raquel Leviss, there's a hot new development that'll surely set your reality TV-loving heart ablaze. As we all know, just 2 weeks ago, news broke of our star-crossed lovers calling it quits, throwing fans into a tailspin. The Scandoval affair, as it's been now dubbed, caused more drama than a Thanksgiving dinner with the Kardashians. But hold on, folks, because it seems the Vanderpump Rules plot just thickened. On a flight to Pittsburgh, a sly passenger played a game of I Spy, and guess who was on the other side of the lens? Yep, none other than Mr. Sandoval himself. And that's not all. If the phone screen is to be believed, it seems our hero was deep in conversation with none other than Raquel Leviss. Now let's get into the nitty-gritty. How long, you ask? Try for over 10 minutes. The photo obtained by TMZ suggests that Tom and Raquel were talking for over 10 minutes. Can you imagine the steam rising from that phone call? Despite Tom's attempt to keep things hush-hush, his unmistakable voice made him quite the recognizable chatterbox. Tom's voice was, according to our airplane sleuth, highly recognizable. Now there's a guy who knows that his hush tones are as renowned as his bartender tricks. And if our eyewitness account holds water, it seems this wasn't just a casual, hey, how's the weather kind of chat. Oh no, in his classic style, Sandoval was spotted whispering sweet nothings, or perhaps dramatic somethings, into the phone. Now let's talk about Tom's iconic white nail polish. The photograph may not show his face, but those nails don't lie. It's like his signature mark, a fashion statement that keeps fans hooked. So, while we couldn't see his expression, we can only imagine the drama unfolding in that conversation. As the news spreads like wildfire, fans are eagerly awaiting an official statement, but here's the plot twist. Reps for Tom Sandoval haven't responded yet. Could this silence speak volumes, or are they just adding fuel to the fire, leaving us all to speculate? The anticipation is killing us. But let's rewind just for a moment. Just a few weeks ago, sources spilled the beans on Tom and Raquel's breakup. The scandalous affair, aptly named Scandoval, seemed to be the final straw. Insider reports suggested that Raquel had had enough and decided to dip out of the relationship. But is that really the end of their story? We're still waiting to hear back from Sandoval's reps, but silence often speaks louder than words, don't you think? It's no secret that the pair's split came amid Leviss seeking treatment at a mental health facility, adding a poignant layer to the unfolding drama. Here's where things get even more mysterious. The breakup allegedly happened while Raquel was seeking treatment at a mental health facility. In a twist of events, Tom claimed that she had no contact with the outside world during her stay. No visitors, no friends, no family, and certainly no phone. Just when you thought the Tom and Raquel saga couldn't twist any tighter, we've got another twisting plot. It's not what you think. We're talking about a whole new character in this play of love and deception. Carly Hale, Texas-based influencer, and the latest arm candy to our very own Sandoval. They've been spotted hanging out together on multiple occasions over the past month, sparking intense speculation. However, Sandoval's reps quickly jumped in to clarify that they're just friends. But hey, we've heard that one before, haven't we? But let's not jump to conclusions, because in the world of Vanderpump Rules, the line between friendship and romance is often as thin as a hair's breadth. All of them are quite open-minded and overall open, aren't they? While it may seem like Tom and Raquel are back together, there's one person who isn't buying it. Tom's ex, Ariana Madix. During a recent appearance on Watch What Happens Live, Ariana dropped some major truth bombs. Remember, she ended things with Tom after discovering he had cheated on her with Raquel. According to Ariana, their breakup was all for show. She believes they never really split up. Adding fuel to the fire, Ariana revealed that Raquel had been sending handwritten letters to her house just days ago. She was sending letters to my house like 4 days ago, says Madix, who, mind you, is still cohabitating with Sandoval. Although she didn't open them because, it's illegal, Ariana made it clear that they were addressed to Tom and not her. The plot thickens. The fact that Raquel was reaching out to Tom behind closed doors raises a whole new set of questions. What was she trying to say? What secrets were concealed within those handwritten pages? Let's rewind for a moment and remember how this wild ride began. Back in March, Ariana discovered a not-safe-for-work video of Raquel on Tom's phone, exposing their secret affair. It was a shocking revelation that rocked the foundation of their relationship. Now that's a wake-up call no one wants. The fallout from the scandal played out on the explosive Season 10 finale and the 3-part reunion. But now, with these new developments, it seems like there's still more to the story. As the Scandoval saga takes another unexpected twist, fans are left wondering, is this reunion the real deal, or is it all just smoke and mirrors? Will Tom and Raquel finally address the rumors head-on and set the record straight? Well, we can't wait to find out. And the Scandoval saga is serving up more twists, guys. The latest scoop in the Vanderpump Rules affair scandal comes from the show's namesake, Lisa Vanderpump herself. Amid all the swirling speculation and the ongoing reunion specials, our Queen Bee has decided to clear the air once and for all. Taking to Twitter, the reality star decided to address the burning question on everyone's minds: when did she find out about the affair that rocked the Vanderpump Rules cast? Now remember folks, subscribing to Celebrity Pop is like having a front row seat to all these juicy celebrity updates. So hit that like button, turn on notifications, and join us on this wild ride. Trust us, you don't want to miss out on any Vanderpump verse. So back to Vanderpump, picture this. Sandoval cheats on longtime girlfriend Ariana Madix with her best friend Raquel Leviss. And not just any old fling, a months-long affair that's got more layers of betrayal than an onion. Just when you thought you couldn't get any more scandalous, the timing of the reveal has everyone clutching their pearls. The spicy reveal came hot on the heels of the Season 10 wrap-up, making Bravo scramble back into production faster than a cheetah on Red Bull. Now with every grand scandal comes grand speculation. The million-dollar question: who knew what and when? The cast turned a collective gaze towards Sandoval's best friend and business partner, Tom Schwartz. As the plot thickened at the reunion, Schwartz dropped a bombshell, confessing he'd known about the affair longer than he'd let on. In a Twitter revelation that had fans buzzing, Lisa stated that she didn't know about the scandal until just a minute before the public did. Oh, the suspense. She playfully expressed her wish to have known earlier, adding a touch of humor to the situation. But Lisa wasn't done teasing us with the details. That's right, folks, our Vanderpump queen was just as blindsided as the rest of us. However, she did leave us with a tantalizing teaser, hinting at a shocking revelation so earth-shattering, it's uncertain whether the cast will want to continue post-reveal. With that cliffhanger, the stage is set for part 2 of the reunion, and it's safe to say we're all on tenterhooks. From Tom's flirtation with Raquel behind Ariana's back to Raquel offering advice to Ariana on her troubled relationship, it's a web of scandal that has left us captivated. And amid all the Vanderpump hullabaloo, Ariana Madix decided to turn the hype machine down a notch or two. Speaking on the Call Her Daddy podcast, Madix found herself baffled at the uproar around the alleged earth-shattering revelation that's been hyped up for the reunion. Ariana revealed that she was unsure what exactly was being referred to as the big revelation. If you're expecting her to spill the beans, brace yourself for disappointment. Here's the lowdown. In her signature cool and collected manner, Ariana shared that she had her own ideas about what the hype could be about, but she dismissed them as nothing that would cause the entire cast to walk away from the show. Unless their safety was at stake, Ariana couldn't imagine anything so earth-shattering that would make them abandon the Vanderpump Rules ship. To put it simply, the Scandoval melodrama is indeed spicy, but perhaps not earth-obliteratingly so. Fans eager for more insights can check out the highlights from Ariana's interview, where she sets the record straight about the exaggerated claims and offers her own take on what might unfold. And of course, all eyes are on part 2 of the reunion, scheduled for Wednesday, as we eagerly wait to see the long-anticipated revelation finally takes place. Though, if we are betting, our money would be on part 3 being the real game-changer. So let's brace ourselves for the truth bombs that are about to be dropped. Will the hyped-up revelation meet our expectations, or will it leave us with even more questions? Only time will tell. Our very own Raquel and Tom are giving us quite the thrill, and let's just say someone's been blocked. Dive in as we unravel the details, secrets, and behind the scenes of what's got everyone buzzing. And hey, for the freshest celebrity scoops, stick with Celebrity Pop. Hit like and subscribe, and turn on those notifications. Let's get scandalous. Celebrating 29 years of life, Leviss, a former Vanderpump Rules participant, has made it clear that she's on a journey of personal evolution. On her birthday, amidst the balloons, cakes, and well wishes, there was one revelation that had everyone talking. Leviss had blocked Tom Sandoval, a former romantic partner. For those a bit behind on their Vanderpump history, let's rewind 6 months. It was then that the world was agog with the Scandoval revelation. Leviss had been in a clandestine relationship with Tom Sandoval. This wasn't just any fling. Sandoval had at the time been in a long-standing 9-year relationship with co-star Ariana Madix. That's right, almost a decade. In the aftermath, Leviss seemed poised for reflection and transformation. The most noticeable change? A return to her roots as she started using her birth name, Rachel. Moreover, she infused her Instagram bio with a testament to this growth, stating, "Becoming a better person one day at a time." It's interesting to note that she also removed a previous apology to Madix from her feed last month, suggesting a decisive step forward. This personal development took a tangible form when Leviss took a 90-day sojourn in a mental health counseling facility. Fast forward to days before her birthday, and there Leviss was, basking in the serenity of a flower farm. Her post radiated joy with the caption, "I've been dreaming of a place like this, #flower farm, #flower arranging." However, it was Sandoval's comment that stole the spotlight. A simple, "Happy birthday, Rachel. I really hope you're finding peace and happiness. Miss you, friend." But Leviss had the last word, or rather, the last post. Shortly after, her Instagram story showcased Sandoval's account, but with a twist. She had blocked him. To accentuate her message, a sharp "Okay, bye" sticker adorned the image. Let's cast our minds back to an impactful statement released by Leviss 5 months ago. Remember the days when our social media timelines were buzzing with every update from the VPR scene? Well, in those bustling hours, Leviss came forward with an apology that resonated with many. Leviss, whose appearance in the upcoming Season 11 of Vanderpump Rules is already confirmed to be a no-show, came out to clear the mist. In her words, a heartfelt apology for my actions and my choices was primarily addressed to Ariana. "I'm not a victim," Leviss candidly expressed. In a conversation since her therapeutic retreat, the Bravo star decided to provide some much-awaited context on her perspective of Tom and Ariana's relationship. The dynamic between them, as she described it, might not be as transparent as it appears to their audience. Sharing on Bethany Frankel's Just Be podcast, she remarked, "I would not be involved in this affair secrecy type of situation if I thought there was longevity in this relationship between Tom and Ariana." Well, that doesn't justify any cheating. Anyway, here's the intriguing part. Raquel further elaborated, suggesting that the duo's relationship might be a tad more strategic than romantic. The people closest to them could see that their relationship hasn't been what they portray on camera, she added. Stressing Tom's perspective on their alliance, she mentioned his perception of them being more of a brand or business partners, possibly leveraging their on-screen chemistry for the betterment of their brand or image. But, like every unfolding drama, there's a twist. Leviss confessed that, given a chance, she'd rewrite her past actions. She expressed a profound sense of disappointment, both in herself and in betraying the trust of those who believed in her. In her poignant confession, she said, "I look back at my actions and I'm disappointed in myself as well. That's not the person that I want to be. I wasn't happy. I was really hurting." From the audience's viewpoint, some thought this could be a twist for publicity. Think about it. Vanderpump Rules on Bravo was already buzzing, but with that cheating scandal episode, the screens practically sizzled. In fact, it even led the Bravo series to clinch its debut Emmy nominations. Quite an unexpected outcome from such a turbulent chapter, wouldn't you say? The buzz around town is that Tom reached out to Raquel merely to wish her a happy birthday. A gesture one would consider, let's say, benign. However, in a plot twist worthy of a telenovela, Raquel blocked him. Now that's a move that left even the ever-cool Tom a tad bemused. Expressing his sentiments to Variety, he quipped, "When somebody said she blocked you, I was like, oh, okay, whatever." With a touch of humor and evident surprise, he added, "Maybe her parents were going to dock her allowance this week or something, but to post that on her story is pretty childish." Tom's wishes weren't rooted in malice, as he reflected, "I just wish her a happy birthday. I didn't think she had a lot of people reach out to her, so I wanted to." Yet he didn't shy away from voicing his perspective on Raquel's choice, noting it seemed a little thirsty and immature to make such a display. Now, let's again see another side of the Scandoval media frenzy. Talking about that infamous incident, none other than former Bachelor star Nick Viall decided to share his own take on the entire saga on his podcast, Viall Files. Intriguingly, Viall quipped, "I wasn't sure if he knew about me or of my show," a hint of curiosity lingering in his voice. But while Sandoval remained nonchalant, claiming he didn't listen to it, Viall Files, purposefully, Viall was quite firm in his response. "He was aware of what I had said," Viall noted, a sense of resolve evident. He further emphasized that Sandoval took it in stride and said he understood. But here's a take from the man of the hour, Sandoval himself. "It was a very salacious thing and it was all over the place. It was stupidly out of control popular," he remarked, somewhat bemused. He added, reflecting on the breadth of the media attention, "People were interviewing everyone, so you're having people like Peter on to tell stories about me, someone I clearly don't see or hang around. It's strange, but I get it." Yet, as you'd expect, the spotlight's allure is tenacious. Rumors have recently surged surrounding Sandoval's potential appearance on The Masked Singer. With fans buzzing about a short teaser clip of Diver, a contestant from its upcoming Season 10, many have eagerly, and perhaps wishfully, speculated on Sandoval being under the mask. Addressing the swirling speculations, Sandoval chuckled, "I've heard rumors that there's somebody that might possibly be me, like an octopus or squid." He quickly set the record straight, though, adding, "No, it wasn't me, but I'm excited to see it." Well, in the complex world of celebrity relations, there's always more than meets the eye. Let's shift the lens a little. Raquel Leviss herself had given her listeners an intimate peek into her emotional journey a few weeks prior. Taking a hot seat on the Rewives podcast with Bethany Frankel, Leviss bravely shared her quest for self-discovery and self-improvement. Her words reflected a deep introspection, an admirable endeavor in today's age of superficiality. Leviss voiced her struggle with the external noise that often drowns out one's inner voice, acknowledging the toll the constant chaos and vitriol online took on her. Raquel insightfully admitted, "It took me a while to accept, but I learned about love addiction, and it's a real thing. It's where you confuse intensity for intimacy, and those chemical changes in the brain are the same chemical changes that happen when you take drugs. So it is addictive, and it explains why I couldn't stop seeing this person, but it also doesn't excuse the fact that it happened. But now I know better." On the flip side, we've got Sandoval. While Raquel was coming to terms with her emotional labyrinth, Tom Sandoval, true to his artist spirit, took solace in his music and continued touring with his band, Tom Sandoval and the Most Extras. If you thought the music would be his only redemption, well, think again. He jumped right back into the filming of the next season of the Bravo series, never missing a beat. Talk about resilience, or is it just classic distraction?
Warm and fuzzy inside. You know, when you feel like people hate your existence, when some guy gets on stage and goes,
I would have done things differently, but I can't really look towards the past. I can only embrace what happened.
I don't know how we went to a push-up competition.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Celebrity Pop, where the drama never sleeps and neither do we. Today we're diving into the whirlwind of BravoCon and the buzz around Tom Sandoval.
I can only embrace what happened, try to learn from it, and go towards the future.
You won't believe the twists and turns this story takes. Sandoval, a key figure from Vanderpump Rules, is set to take the stage at BravoCon, but not without a hint of trepidation. Why? Let's see. BravoCon, known for its grand stage where reality TV meets its passionate audience, is not just any event. It's a spectacle, a place where drama unfolds and fans connect with their beloved stars. This year, the lineup includes some of the most talked about names, and Tom Sandoval is certainly among them. But the real twist? He's sharing the stage with his ex, Ariana Madix. In a recent episode of Everybody Loves Tom, Sandoval opened up about his feelings on this upcoming encounter. He admitted to being nervous, a candid revelation from someone usually seen as confident and composed on screen. His concern was the reaction of the fans, who are known for their unwavering loyalty, especially to Madix. If she comes out, it's like, yay or whatever, he said. Then I come out and people are going to want to show their, loyalty to Team Ariana or whatever, and I'm a little nervous about that. Sandoval's apprehension highlights the unique dynamic of reality TV stars and their audience, a relationship that's both personal and public. And well, Sandoval's concerns were right. At BravoCon, fan reactions are not just mere applause or cheers, they're powerful statements of allegiance. Sandoval's mention of potential confrontations underscores the intense emotional investment fans have in the lives of these stars. The Team Ariana sentiment is more than just support. It's a reflection of how deeply the audience is intertwined with the narratives presented on Vanderpump Rules. The panel discussion, scheduled for this Friday, isn't just another event. It's a pivotal moment. Joining Sandoval and Madix are names like Brock Davies, James Kennedy, Lala Kent, Ali Luber, Katie Maloney, Sheena Shea, and Lisa Vanderpump. Shifting gears to Tom Sandoval's experience on Special Forces World's Toughest Test, it seems that the show has armed him with a unique resilience, especially amidst the whirlwind of events in Vegas. At 40, Sandoval's journey on the reality show was more than just a physical test. It turned into an emotional saga too. Recall that iconic moment when he opened up about his affair with Raquel Leviss? Sandoval, grappling with the aftermath of his actions, admitted, "I've had a hell of a past 3 months. It was just the perfect storm." The toll it took on him was palpable. Imagine the shock when his private turmoil landed on global platforms like CNN, transforming his personal life into a public spectacle. Even his publicist was flabbergasted. On the flip side, Ariana Madix isn't just weathering the storm, she's thriving. This summer, she dazzled her fans with a cocktail book release, a testament to her creative flair, but that's not all. Currently, she's showcasing her moves on season 32 of Dancing with the Stars, proving her versatility and determination. Her resilience is nothing short of inspiring. Remember when Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos parodied her breakup on Live? Madix took it in stride, even giving it her stamp of approval. It's a classic example of her rising above the drama with grace and humor. Speaking to Us Weekly, Madix reflected on her journey, revealing a newfound strength forged through adversity. "This situation made me realize that I can do hard things," she said. "The worst-case scenario literally did happen, and I was okay. Like, look, you can handle what's thrown at you." It's a powerful message of resilience and hope, resonating with anyone who's ever faced a personal trial. But back to Sandoval, his recent appearance at BravoCon was, to put it mildly, a turbulent affair. Sandoval steps onto the stage, ready to engage with fans and discuss the ins and outs of Vanderpump Rules. However, the reception he received was, unfortunately, exactly like he anticipated. Amidst a sea of fans, a chorus of boos echo through the venue, a stark indicator of his shifted status in the eyes of the show's avid followers. This chilly reception at BravoCon highlights the stark transformation in Sandoval's public image. Once celebrated as a key player in Vanderpump Rules, Sandoval now finds himself navigating a challenging terrain of public scrutiny. His affair with Raquel Leviss, which emerged into the public eye in March, has certainly been a catalyst in this shift. The booing incident speaks volumes about the power of reality TV drama spilling into real life. Fans of the show have watched the ups and downs of these relationships for years, developing strong connections and opinions about the cast. Sandoval's actions, therefore, aren't just a story on a TV show. They're viewed as personal betrayals by a dedicated audience. It's intriguing to observe how Sandoval handled the situation. Struggling to find his footing amidst the palpable disapproval, his responses to questions were marked with a sense of unease. This reaction is a far cry from the usually confident and charismatic persona he projects on Vanderpump Rules. And while Tom Sandoval grapples with the aftermath of his actions, Ariana Madix is a prime example of turning adversity into opportunity. Since the split, she's been anything but idle, aligning herself with major brands like Glad, Duracell, and Lay's Chips. Her business acumen is evident and thriving. In contrast, Raquel Leviss's journey post-scandal takes a different turn. Opting out of Vanderpump Rules Season 11, she sought solace and healing at an Arizona mental health facility. The decision to cut off all contact with Sandoval speaks volumes about her desire to move on and rebuild. A source revealed to People that despite Sandoval's attempts to reach out, Leviss chose silence, a clear indication of her intent to heal and perhaps close that chapter of her life. And for those who can't get enough of these juicy updates, here's a quick reminder. Stay tuned with Celebrity Pop. A quick click to like and subscribe ensures you're in the loop for all the latest in celebrity news. Let's keep the gossip train rolling. In the midst of the unfolding drama surrounding Tom Sandoval, Scheana Shay, another prominent figure in the Vanderpump Rules universe, stepped into the spotlight with a bold move. Shay revealed her confrontation with Sandoval at BravoCon 2023, a moment that undoubtedly added another layer of intrigue to this already complex narrative. Her goal was to defend her friend, Ariana Madix. Shay, known for her role as the Good as Gold singer and a key player in the show, shared with Page Six that her presence in Sandoval's hotel suite was driven by a desire to protect Madix. "I don't like some of the things I heard him saying about Ariana on his podcast and in the press," she disclosed. Shay's intervention is particularly significant in light of Sandoval's ongoing narrative. His affair with Raquel Leviss, Madix's former best friend, not only rocked their nearly 10-year relationship, but also sent shockwaves through their social circle. Shay's actions suggest a deep-seated concern for Madix's well-being and a call for Sandoval to step back and reflect on the consequences of his actions. During her conversation with Page Six, Shay recalled advising Sandoval to refrain from bringing up any issues that he and Madix had in their relationship. This plea for discretion and sensitivity underscores the emotional toll the scandal has taken on everyone involved, directly or indirectly. Shay's intervention might also be seen as a protective measure, a way to shield Madix from further distress as she navigates her path to healing. Sandoval's response to Shay's confrontation and whether it will influence his future actions or public statements remains to be seen. This incident, however, reveals the depth of the relationships and tensions within the Vanderpump Rules cast. It's a reminder that behind the glamour and drama of reality TV, there are real emotions and friendships at stake. Shay's stance is clear. It's time to move on from the past. Her words during BravoCon, "We don't need to keep talking about that, it's in the past," reflect a desire to close a turbulent chapter and allow healing, especially for Ariana Madix. On the flip side, despite being the epicenter of the controversy for his infidelity, Sandoval is beginning to see a shift in how his co-stars interact with him. The newly released teaser for Season 11 of Vanderpump Rules paints a different picture, one where the same Shay is seen embracing Sandoval. However, Shay clarifies that this was not a spontaneous moment of reconciliation. It took a whole season and a lot of conversations to even have that moment, she explained. Meanwhile, the dynamics among other cast members added an element of intrigue to the convention. During the Battle of the Sexes panel, a misunderstanding led to a humorous exchange between James Kennedy and Lala Kent. Kennedy accused Kent of being the one in Sandoval's hotel suite, a claim that Kent vehemently denied, labeling it as lies. This lighthearted moment even drew a laugh from Madix, who enjoyed the banter, mouthing "I love you" to Kent. But the atmosphere surrounding Sandoval at BravoCon was notably different from the usual buzz that surrounds a reality TV star. According to insiders, several of Sandoval's Vanderpump Rules co-stars, including Scheana Shay, appeared to give him the cold shoulder. This shift in dynamics is quite telling, considering the close-knit nature of the cast in previous seasons. The term Scandoval seems to have become synonymous with his current standing among his peers, with many at BravoCon seemingly hesitant to closely associate with him. This insight comes after a photo surfaced showing Sandoval at the same after-party as Shay and her husband, Brock Davies. However, the image doesn't capture the undercurrents of the evening. At the Delano Las Vegas Hotel, Where several Bravo celebrities gathered post-party to enjoy a live performance, Sandoval's presence was marked by a palpable distance from the others. Despite taking a seat next to Davies, who was engrossed in a phone call, and Shay conversing with below deck down under star Captain Jason Chambers, the interaction, or lack thereof, was noticeable. Tom came and was sitting there for only a few minutes, revealed an eyewitness. Nobody was engaging with him, so he quietly slipped out. This development at BravoCon raises questions about the future dynamics on Vanderpump Rules. How will Sandoval's relationships with his co-stars evolve in the upcoming season? Will there be a path to redemption or reconciliation for him? These are questions that fans of the show are eagerly pondering as they await the new season. Season 11 of Vanderpump Rules is set to premiere in January 2024, and this season promises to delve deeper into these complex dynamics.
Me think that you would be capable of doing that to me.
I would never do this if there wasn't something here.
Being called a and being slut-shamed for making out with somebody. Like, that's not cool.
Buckle up, pop culture fanatics. We're about to plunge headfirst into an epic saga that's hotter than a Hollywood high-drama thriller. Our leading lady, Raquel. The plot, she calls the FBI. Fasten your seatbelts and get ready for this scandalous joyride, because we're about to explore the murky depths of this sensational scandal. Let's dive headfirst into a veritable tempest of scandal, drama, and, dare we say it, federal-level intrigue. On today's agenda is the tale of Raquel Leviss, a reality star, former beauty queen, and the epicenter of what could only be called a social media maelstrom. So here's the juicy bit. Leviss, at the tender age of 28, has found herself embroiled in a love triangle. As the fallout of this scandal started to rain down, Leviss's family began receiving death threats. We're talking bone-chilling, violent, and graphic threats. Talk about taking drama to a whole new level. In a bid to protect her loved ones, Raquel makes a daring move and dials the FBI. Can you imagine the nerves and suspense? Will the FBI swoop in to save the day and unmask the culprits behind these sinister threats? It's not every day you hear of reality stars and the FBI in the same sentence, but then again, we are living in extraordinary times. But let's not forget about Raquel's other endeavors amidst this chaos. Seeking treatment for her mental health, she decided to take control of her Instagram account. While she wanted to raise awareness for mental health organizations and break down stigmas, it seems the hackers had different plans. According to her, her Instagram account was hacked. Instead of thought-provoking posts, her Instagram was flooded with, you guessed it, glamorous selfies. Looks like the hackers have a peculiar sense of humor. Well, what happened was her team took control and aimed to shift the focus to mental health awareness. Leviss is also reported to have been seeking treatment for her mental health in a long-term facility since April. Despite the promise of posts about mental health organizations and treatment stigma, her Instagram has been notably quiet on these topics. While Raquel battles death threats and Instagram hackers, her co-star and former flame Tom Sandoval isn't exactly having a smooth ride either. During the Vanderpump Rules reunion, the tension escalates as accusations of an open relationship fly around. Then there's Scheana Shay, another co-star, who claimed that Sandoval told Leviss he was in an open relationship with long-term partner Ariana Madix. Scheana Shay drops the bombshell, but Sandoval fires back, denying it all and labeling it BS. All the drama and deception that is unfolding before our eyes.
Had a conversation with me saying she really thought there was something going on between him and Raquel.
This juicy saga is taking another wild turn. Ariana Madix is breaking her silence and slamming allegations that her ex, Tom Sandoval, manipulated Raquel Leviss into thinking they were in an open relationship. Now, if that doesn't get your eyebrows raised, we don't know what will. During the explosive Vanderpump Rules Pumped Up Edition reunion, Scheana Shay dropped a bombshell that left everyone stunned. She alleged that Tom Sandoval had informed Raquel Leviss that he and Ariana Madix were not exclusive back in April 2022, just months before their affair began. The plot thickens, and the cast is left reeling with the implications. One fan raised an intriguing point, suggesting that maybe Raquel was manipulated by Sandoval, believing she was doing no harm due to his alleged lies. They wondered out loud if Sandoval had been playing Leviss like a fiddle, the same way Ariana claims he did to her. After all, he took her on vacations, introduced her to his parents, and then even spent Christmas together. But hold on tight, because the truth is about to be unraveled. Madix isn't having any of it and is dropping truth bombs in the comment section. Ariana Madix, not one to shy from setting the record straight, responded to these claims. She clarified that Raquel did not believe they were in an open relationship. Instead, Raquel had simply mentioned that Sandoval had made such a statement to her. Maddox emphasized that there were missing chunks of context, as not everything can be captured in the show. She also shared that Sandoval spent Christmas with her and her family in LA before splitting his time with his own family, an important detail to remember. The rumor mill kept churning when Shea claimed Sandoval propositioned Leviss at Coachella. He allegedly told her that he and Maddox were in an open relationship, planting seeds for their illicit affair. To this, Maddox maintained her innocence, emphasizing that they were never in an open relationship. Despite fending off these open relationship rumors all season, the final blow came when Maddox discovered a sexually explicit FaceTime recording of her then-boyfriend with Leviss. It was this bombshell that led her to cut ties with Sandoval. It's clear that the open relationship rumors have plagued Maddox and Sandoval throughout the season. In the parallel universe, Sandoval vehemently denied these accusations, calling them utterly ridiculous. But with the shocking revelation of Raquel and Sandoval's affair, Maddox started connecting the dots. She suspects that the rumors may have originated from Sandoval himself, spinning a web of deceit that has left everyone entangled in a mess of heartbreak and betrayal. It seems we're about to pull back the curtain a bit further on the scandal that's gripping fans of Vanderpump Rules and shook the reality TV world. Tom Sandoval, the man caught in the middle of this whirlwind, finally opens up about the start of his infamous affair with Raquel Leviss. In a moment of candor during the Vanderpump Rules reunion, Sandoval admitted, "I really started to see and get to know who Leviss really was during the early months of last year." Sandoval revealed the precise moment the relationship turned physical was in August 2022. Shockingly, this means he'd been cheating on his long-term girlfriend. For those keeping score, that's a whopping 7 months of secret rendezvous behind Ariana Maddox's back. Do you know what else is a real plot twist? You are missing out on all the latest celebrity news if you're not already part of the Celebrity Pop family. So hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on these notifications. Let's uncover the hottest scandals together and add some spice to our lives. Now let's return to our regularly scheduled programming. Maddox didn't take this news sitting down. In fact, she made it clear that she wasn't buying Sandoval and Leviss's woe is me act. In her opinion, any chance of redemption was lost when they decided to go public with their affair in various interviews. Ariana, who had been on an emotional roller coaster since discovering the betrayal, expressed her thoughts on the situation. She stated that Sandoval and Leviss had a chance at redemption, but that chance was shattered when they started giving interviews, painting themselves as victims. Leviss's TMZ interview and Sandoval's appearance on Howie Mandel's podcast did nothing to garner sympathy from the public. Leviss claimed the entire ordeal had been overwhelming for her, while Sandoval passionately described his feelings during their first kiss, using a multitude of adjectives to describe Leviss's qualities. Maddox dropped another bombshell, revealing that Sandoval and Leviss had engaged in intimate activities in her guest room while she slept next door. The depth of the betrayal reached new heights, further fueling the dramatic tension within the group. As news of the scandal broke, speculation arose among fans, questioning whether the entire ordeal was staged for the sake of publicity. However, Bravo swiftly denied these claims, assuring fans that the drama was as real as it gets. The scandal brought a much-needed injection of excitement to the show, resulting in a significant 30% increase in viewership. During the reunion, Sandoval justified his delayed confession to Maddox, citing fear and her already tumultuous emotional state due to the loss of her beloved dog. He didn't want to burden her further with his infidelity. Even Sandoval's best friend and business partner Tom SCHWARTZ confirmed that he'd known about the affair since August, adding another layer of betrayal to the mix. As the scandal continues to grip the Vanderpump Rules universe, fans are eagerly awaiting the Secrets Revealed special, set to air on June 14th. It promises to unveil even more jaw-dropping details and behind-the-scenes secrets that'll keep us glued to our screens. But this Scandoval roller coaster ride isn't over yet. Here's another juicy tidbit. Is it possible that Lisa Vanderpump, the undisputed queen bee of Vanderpump Rules, knew about the scandalous Sandoval and Raquel affair months before it exploded into public view? Well, if you're hoping for some grand confession, you might have to wait a while. Vanderpump is playing her cards close to the chest, saying she never really spills the beans. During an exclusive interview, the matriarch of the show skillfully dodged the question, refusing to give away any secrets. With a mischievous glint in her eye, Vanderpump jokingly exclaimed, "Okay, I'll tell you the truth. It's me shagging Andy Cohen." Her witty response added fuel to the already blazing fire of anticipation surrounding the upcoming revelations. Ariana Madix, the real-life victim of the Scandoval soap opera, doesn't believe Vanderpump knowingly shielded Sandoval during his secret rendezvous with Leviss. In fact, Vanderpump, the seasoned restaurateur, confessed that navigating the current turmoil is like walking a tightrope, as she feels like a mother figure to most of her cast. A notable fraction of viewers have been vocally displeased with Vanderpump's calm demeanor during her one-on-one chat with Sandoval. The band frontman was hyperventilating as he tried to make sense of his colossal mistakes. Vanderpump's stance? She believes in looking forward rather than reiterating the criticism that Sandoval was already well aware of. In the aftermath of the saga, Madix has emerged as a beacon of resilience and self-reliance. Vanderpump can't help but feel proud of her for the way she handled the betrayal. She's bounced back brilliantly, landing acting roles, major brand partnerships, and press opportunities, along with a new romance. The big reveal of Sandoval's tryst with Leviss could have sent her spiraling, but she chose to rise above the drama. As we sit back and watch this saga unfold, one thing's for sure. Ariana Madix is not just surviving, but thriving in the aftermath of Scandoval. Let's see what the next chapter has in store.
Of me being the ultimate reality TV villain just blows my mind.
Scandals, shocking revelations, and a star's moment of awakening. That's right, today we dive deep into Raquel Leviss's dramatic wake-up call that has the entertainment world buzzing. From secret affairs to bold confessions on the Just Be podcast, we've got the inside scoop on what led this Vanderpump Rules sensation to her most revealing moment yet. So where did the storm begin? Miss Leviss, the dazzling former beauty pageant contestant, has just made waves by stating she won't be gracing the screens for season 11 of Vanderpump Rules. And guess what's at the crux of her decision? The almighty dollar. Raquel claims that despite her invaluable contributions to the show, Bravo hasn't deemed it fit to compensate her on the same level as some of the veteran stars, namely Tom Sandoval and Ariana Madix. On a recent appearance on Bethany Frankel's podcast, Just Be, Raquel didn't hold back. She shared, "I asked for equal pay with Tom and Ariana," and revealed that her potential return to the hit Bravo show was contingent on receiving a paycheck that echoed her perceived worth. She mused, "I was considering going back if I was going to be paid equally." Now here's where it gets even more intriguing. Raquel's explosive affair with Madix's then beau was undoubtedly a ratings magnet. As viewers, we were glued to our screens, craving every twist and turn. And this, dear friends, was the card she believed merited her equal pay. She felt a certain monetary amount would signify the network's appreciation for her contributions. But was it all about the storyline? Contrary to Raquel's stance, an insider familiar with Vanderpump Rules spilled some tea. This source underscored that the cast compensation is structured by season, not by storylines. Now let's put things into perspective. Sandoval has been a steadfast presence since the very first season in 2013. Madix, she joined the party in the next season. And Our Lady of the Hour, Leviss, she only started making ripples in season 5 and clinched a primary spot subsequently. To throw in some numbers, Leviss reportedly bagged a cool $350,000 last season with a $20,000 per episode contract. Do the math, and if she had returned, her potential earnings could have flirted with the $500,000 mark, contingent on the number of episodes she graced. To seal the debate, the insider dished out a final nugget. Drawing parallels to Bethany Frankel's tenure on The Real Housewives of New York City, the source clarified, "Nowhere in anyone's Vanderpump Rules contract does it say they're paid by storyline." And you know, guys, this isn't just about unequal paychecks or starry credits. There's another layer to the story, one that takes us into a more personal territory. In the same interview where Raquel Leviss addressed her pay disparities, she dropped another bombshell. Here's the scoop. Leviss highlighted that Bravo turned a blind eye to her request for reimbursement following her 90-day stay at a mental health facility. Now, if you're ruffling your brows at the cost, brace yourself. That brief retreat, a staggering $200,000 out of her pocket. Leviss's candidness continued as she shared, "I asked for my tuition, I guess, to be covered for my treatment, and they refused to pay for it." Now here's where it gets more contemplative. Raquel posits that Bravo's refusal might be an attempt to dodge potential liability. If they footed the bill, could it be seen as acknowledging some responsibility? An interesting perspective, no doubt. It's noteworthy that Raquel's stint at the treatment center wasn't just a time for mental rejuvenation, but also a period of introspection regarding her future on the show. In her words, "Hell no, I'm not coming back." Why, you ask? Leviss is all about self-respect, and she's clear on drawing the line when it comes to enduring any form of emotional maltreatment. She articulated her sentiments powerfully to Frankel, noting her refusal to subject herself to that kind of environment any longer. Leviss cited a primary reason for this decision: her own emotional well-being. "I refuse to not respect myself on that level where I would endure that emotional abuse any longer," she declared. However, the intrigue doesn't end there. Raquel underscored that while the producers were seemingly eager to have her back on board, she remained unconvinced of her position on the show, even doubting the possibility of a redemption arc for her character. She mused about the brevity of airtime her story would receive, lamenting, "Whatever I share gets condensed to 5 minutes max." Now, we reached out to the powers that be, representatives of Bravo, expecting some clarifications, rebuttals, or even just a simple acknowledgement. The response? Radio silence. But the plot thickens. While it may sound like a closed case, there were alleged behind-the-scenes attempts to reel Leviss back into the show's fold. Imagine the scene: Lisa Vanderpump, Tom Sandoval, and Lala Kent each reportedly reaching out to persuade her to reconsider her departure. But Leviss, as astute as ever, expressed skepticism over their outreach. Her perspective? A perception of ulterior motives. Elaborating further, she voiced her concerns, stating, "They don't care about my well-being. They care about their narrative that they need to portray on this show." An inside source gave a little nudge to Page 6, confirming Leviss's exit, and hinted there was a possibility up until recently she'd be returning for the new season, but ultimately decided against it. But wait, there's more. Rewind to that revelation in March. Leviss's affair with Sandoval came under the spotlight, with the latter being in a long-term relationship with Maddox. This news didn't just send ripples, it was a full-blown tempest in the Bravo-Celebrity teapot. Season 10's filming might have wrapped up, but the cameras were, of course, quick on the draw, ensuring none of the ensuing drama missed the public eye. Fast forward to the reunion, it was not just another gathering. Words were exchanged, accusations flew, and the spotlight was, more often than not, harsh and unforgiving. But the drama didn't just stay on set. Word on the street was that Leviss, during her treatment period, wasn't just taking things lying down. There were rumors, whispers about Leviss negotiating hard with the network, perhaps to ensure her worth was acknowledged. Adding fuel to this ever-burning fire of speculations and revelations was Frankel's advice to Leviss. The former Real Housewives of New York City star had some choice words, chiefly advising Leviss to ensure she's compensated adequately for her contributions. But the groundswell doesn't end there. There are murmurs that Leviss has entered the legal fray alongside Frankel against NBC Universal. Frankel's accusations against NBC and Bravo are heavy, to say the least, hinting at practices that could raise eyebrows if not spark outrage. A particular chilling revelation in all this melee was Leviss's claim about an intimate FaceTime call, allegedly recorded by Sandoval without her consent, which blew the lid off their secret romance. This certainly adds a layer of complexity to the narrative. Leviss further claimed a financial disparity, asserting she hadn't seen any financial rewards from Bravo, while Sandoval apparently laughed all the way to the bank. Also, sitting down with Bethenny Frankel on the podcast, Leviss divulged some soul-baring admissions. The star confessed that getting exposed for the affair was paradoxically what she quote-unquote needed. According to Leviss, the unraveling of this covert relationship was her biggest wake-up call. Being caught wasn't just an end, it was a pivotal point of self-reflection. Leviss emphasized her realization, stating, "Because it would have just continued, and that's not who I want to be." It's almost as if life handed her a mirror and she didn't like the reflection staring back. Frankel, with her veteran wisdom, remarked, "You hit rock bottom," to which Leviss conceded with an unequivocal yes. Let's take a 180-degree shift and discuss another lady of this Vanderpump town. In a world where music often speaks louder than words, Sheena Shea has delivered a compelling new tune that's sparking quite the conversation. In collaboration with the 27s, the Vanderpump Rules star dropped the electropop track titled Apples. And let's just say it isn't about fruit. This new track saw its release in perfect sync with the finale of Raquel Leviss's tell-all chat with Bethenny Frankel. With lines like, "I was with you on your worst day, you stabbed me in the worst way," Shea makes it abundantly clear that she's not mincing words. The chorus goes on to express Shea's resolution to move forward and cut out the drama. But this isn't just a catchy song, it's a narrative dripping with subtext. Shea paints a vivid picture of her subject as a narcissistic psycho, and the transition from a Ferrari to a Jetta, thought that you knew better, points towards a fall from grace, or perhaps trust. Now, for those not in the loop, it's worth noting that Shea and Leviss weren't always at odds. Their friendship saw quite the rupture post the unveiling of Leviss's romantic involvement with Tom Sandoval. The stakes reached their zenith when Maddox stumbled upon an intimate video of Leviss on Sandoval's device, leading to confrontations and revelations. The tension, however, escalated beyond mere disagreements. In a dramatic twist, it was during one of these confrontations that Leviss alleged an altercation where she claims Shea assaulted her, resulting in a visible injury. The vivid details of the event, as described by Leviss, certainly add weight to her statements. Despite this, Shea has consistently dismissed these accusations. She has pointed to her acrylic nails as proof against her ability to inflict such harm and has termed Leviss as someone who's less than trustworthy. Yet amidst the legal back and forth, the restraining orders and denials, Leviss remains resolute in her version of events, recently affirming on the Just Be podcast her allegations against Shea, describing the physical encounter in detail. As for Shea's representative, silence speaks volumes, with no official comment made regarding Leviss's claims or the song's deeper implications.